Hello, everybody. Welcome to your boy JC. Reporting back live with JC Prevails TV. Ba-bing. Okay, I got my Freedom shirt on in remembrance of Charlie Kirk. Tomorrow's his birthday, and he was one of my heroes, 100%. So I thought it would only be fitting to wear this in honor of him as well. If you
Hello,
guys
everybody.
actually
Welcome
don't
to
mind,
your
hold
boy
on
JC.
one
Reporting back live
second.
with JC Prevails.
There we go. I hate when I hear myself on the other screen. So yeah. By the way, guys, God bless you all. I missed you guys so much. We have one heck of a broadcast to do, to be going through together tonight, okay? We have reaction videos, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, big gaming news and leaks. We also have a reaction video that's basically revolved around Christians and horror games, okay? There's a big misconception out there. Without getting into further detail, we're going to kind of just stay on the topic of right now in terms of introduction. When the video comes, I'll get into more detail with that. But other than that, get your drinks, get your snacks, get your beverages. We're going to be getting started in about 2 minutes, okay, guys? 2 minutes. And during those 2 minutes, I'm going to actually be telling you guys that I have just landed a partnership with Blackout Coffee. I meant to do a YouTube short of it a while ago, but it just completely fell through. Already getting good results, already getting great feedback on it. I'm very, very blessed and humbled by the grace of God that this is even happening, okay? Below in the description on my broadcasts and in my videos and the bio on my channel, there is a link with a code, basically a coupon where you could purchase your Blackout Coffee, okay? Blackout Coffee is basically a family-owned or private-owned company down in Tampa, Florida that's really rooted in traditional American values and God, something I really care about. So it's very important that I invest in a company that's centered around those particular values. And this coffee is freaking smooth. It is great. I personally feel it's better than Dunkin' and Starbucks altogether, and you basically get your dime for your buck, okay? I'm actually going to show you guys. Hold on. Check this out. This is literally what it looks like. It's freaking awesome. It's great coffee, okay? It's not a joke to me. I love it. I take my coffee drinking very, very seriously. Also, I am working on other partnerships in regards to merch, okay? I have a friend, an acquaintance, a friend, okay? I love her so much. Her name is Rhea, okay? And she actually made this, which we actually got connections to another store that we're currently working on, selling her stuff here. She's basically helping out and fueling the stocks. So right here, it is a Charlie Kirk Freedom Cup, okay? And it has one of his quotes right before he passed away. He said that I want to be remembered for courage for my faith, which is extremely significant to me. This was actually an early birthday gift from my wife. So want to just let you guys in on that. Below, in the link below, will basically be the link to her website. Sorry for my jibber jabber. I am waking up right now. Drinking coffee. It's going to be a freaking blast, guys. We have a banging broadcast to get to tonight, okay? It's going to be so much fun, okay? Wow, that was a big burst of energy, huh? Okay, we're going to get right into it, guys. Enough Tabio. Here we go. We're going to get into some reaction videos right now. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be balling, guys. Extremely balling. Here we go. Resident Evil 9 news leaked, and I will place commentary when necessary. Let's freaking rock. There we go. We're back. We're back. Okay. OBS does that sometimes. I apologize, guys. I don't know why OBS does that. It's the way it is sometimes. There we go. Are we good? Here, let me refresh this real quick. Hold on. There we go. Hold on, let me refresh it. There we go. We're back. We're freaking ready to grind. We're ready to grind it out, guys. Here we go. Are we good? Are we sexy? Yeah, you know it. You're sexy and you know it. Sorry, I'm excited. I missed you guys, okay? I did a spiritual fast from broadcasting this weekend. It worked. I miss you guys so much more. I'm just going to shut up. There we go. Okay, let's get back into this. I'm actually going to go back and just start from the beginning. Here we go, guys. God bless you all in advance. Whoever just entered the chat, welcome. Here we go.
Resident Evil Requiem just got some exciting news. The long-awaited announcement for pre-orders has recently dropped, and it is sooner than you may think. It's dropping this month.
Woohoo!
Now, this tells me that Capcom is on the final stretch before the game's launch.
Here we go,
this
baby.
confirms that the development is still on track, but it also tells us that major reveals could be right around the corner. Now, along with that, we just got a big leak about Leon's involvement in Resident Evil Requiem, and from what's being said, Leon could play a much bigger role in the upcoming game than anyone expected.
Now, there were some theories out there stating that Leon Kennedy, if he were to make an appearance, like a cameo, it would be very similar to how Chris Redfield kind of just like shows up in the game, like Resident Evil 7 or 8. He's significant, but his role in the game was like no more than like maybe like 5 minutes.
This could mean a direct tie-in to previous installments, possibly bridging the gap between older storylines. Guys, we have a lot to cover, so check the video chapters for easy viewing, and
Nice.
Let's dive in. So jumping straight into things, Capcom has officially revealed that the pre-orders for Resident Evil Requiem are starting on October 29th, 2025, which this right here is big news. It is a significant milestone for the game. According to the Resident Evil Twitter account, they said this: the nightmare begins soon.
That's soon, chat. That is soon. Bro, October 29th? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that, because they're launching what? The game's coming out, what, February 27th, right? I didn't that. October, November, December, January. Yeah. Wow, okay, interesting. Are pre-orders usually that early? I didn't expect that. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I didn't expect. They baited all of us with this release with this whole release and leak of Resident Evil altogether. If you watched Gamescom, they baited us entirely. No one expected Resident Evil 9 Requiem to be this soon. No one did.
Resident Evil Requiem pre-orders will start on October 29th
That's
US
awesome.
time. Plus, we will be releasing a video celebrating the Resident Evil franchise at the same time. And note, no Resident Evil Requiem gameplay will be shown. Keep an eye out. So I will say, like, just baseline, it is exciting news that we are getting pre-orders that go live this month. However, I was hoping that they would go live with like some sort of marketing push. Perhaps we're getting new gameplay, but like they said in their video, it's going to be a commemorative video. It's not going to be gameplay focused or anything like that.
I honestly feel that they shouldn't release another gameplay. I mean, this is just my opinion. I feel that they've released enough in terms of gameplay. Let us bake in it. Let it build the anticipation for the game to have its own reward in its time. I think this is good. Just you could get the leaks, you could deliver the big updates. Let us build in anticipation. I feel that's appropriate. You don't need any more gameplays. That's just my personal opinion. No more demos. I personally didn't get to play the demo, but that's beside the point. But yeah, just let it be what it is.
But regardless, this is good news because things are still on track. Like, we're not going to have to deal with any delays or anything like that. Like, once the pre-orders go live, they're not going to want to push this game back any further. So yeah, I would say as soon as the pre-orders go live, that February release date is pretty much set in stone.
That's awesome.
Resident Evil Requiem is close, and I can't wait to play it. Now, if you watch my last video,
Ditto.
I did mention that I said that I think one of the reasons why pre-orders haven't gone live is because they didn't want to show the box art just yet. But now that we know that they go live this month, we're going to see the official box art for the game. So if they're planning on putting a second protagonist on the box art, that news will have to drop relatively soon. This brings us to our next bit of news, and this is coming from Dusk Golem, who has essentially quadrupled down on the claim that Leon is indeed a protagonist in Resident Evil Requiem.
There we
Recently on
go,
Twitter,
baby.
someone replied to them and said, if I remember correctly, you said two things. The first was that Leon was in the first trailer and we would play more with him than Grace, but it seems you went back on your word. I wanted to know about that. To which Dusk Golem responded, Leon is in the first trailer in two small ways, but they're minor and be more obvious when looking back. While this is subjective, I believe that how the game is structured, that more of the game will be played as Leon by most players, from how I understand it.
Wow.
Now, after this happened, there was a bunch of people that were, posing questions to Dusk Golem and, outright saying that they don't believe what he's saying. Somebody said, we've literally had 3 trailers, a full demo walkthrough since the reveal 4 months ago. You want to see the whole game or something? You guys keep expecting Leon to appear because Dusk said he's in it. Stop believing BS and you'll realize they've showed a lot. To which Dusk Golem responded, let me put this in full context for you. In Resident Evil Requiem, have you seen 1 second of combat, a gun being shot? We've seen like 3 seconds of zombies out of context. We've not seen 1 second of any gameplay in Raccoon City, despite that being the selling point.
Now, I did hear, too, that this game, I think there was one criticism of it, potentially, or a concern that there wasn't going to be enough combat in this game. It was just going to be more like scare tactics and, jump, stuff like that, like the atmosphere. There's going to be a lot of buildup, a lot of, atmospheric tension, and, those key elements of horror that really get you on edge, right? But I heard that there was a criticism that, combat could be potentially an issue. I don't know if I can't remember per se if they said that they were working on bringing that in more. I don't know. We'll have to keep watching.
80 to 90% of what they've shown are from the first 2 segments of the game,
Yeah.
which in the director's own words from Tokyo Game Show is all really early in the game. Then outside of that, they've mostly shown out of context cutscene snippets. You have not, quote unquote, seen a lot of Resident Evil 9. Somebody then followed up with the question, is he going to be the main protagonist or is it shared gameplay? Twitch Dusk responded, Grace and Leon are both main protagonists of the game with different but connected things going on. Somebody then asked the question, I'm asking out of curiosity, you say Leon is in the game, but is it possible that Capcom might change their mind and remove him from the game? To which Dusk responded, at this point, no. Do you realize how many millions of dollars of work they'd be throwing away for no benefit to them at all?
No, he's absolutely right. What's the point in pulling back now? Like, people are anticipating it. If you change your mind, that's all that money completely down in the gutter. Like, don't do that. That's going to completely ruin it, especially when Leon S. Kennedy is such a key, iconic player in the entire series, if not the entire horror survival genre. Like, don't do that to yourself.
It's one thing when a game is in pre-alpha stage, so they might alter a section, but throwing out a main character at this stage is pretty much impossible. And when they change things, it's because they decided that the financial investment is worth the cost put in for a better product. It's not something that they make on a whim, which obviously makes sense. So yes, according to Dusk Golem, for the umpteenth quadrillion time, they are pretty firm in stating that Leon is in the game. Now, obviously, we have to take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, we
obviously,
do.
I'm just reporting on what has been said. Dusk Golem has been fairly accurate when it comes to Resident Evil Requiem. And honestly, I still believe that Leon is in the game, so whether you believe it or not, it's totally up to you.
It really comes down to, like, I get where he's coming at this, because based on the intelligence that we've been given about the game, there's so much, it's literally a plethora of just, it's like a huge cloud that we're being smothered with the label of vague on it, if that made any sense. I'm so sorry for the terminology if that made no sense at all. It sounded better up here, okay? But, like, they've been so vague on whether or not Leon Kennedy was going to be in the game whatsoever. So it's almost like they were kind of playing tug of war with how much they should, like, show to us and how much they should, like, pull back. It really is. It's not black and white. It's a lot of shades of gray right now.
I'm just reporting things that I see. We got articles from Insider Gaming that have stated that Leon is a protagonist. We have multiple media outlets that have stated that they believe that Leon is in the game. There's Insider Gaming that covers the Dusk Golem leaks. If they had no validity to them, they probably wouldn't post them at all. So yeah, at the end of the day, take things with a grain of salt. But according to Dusk Golem, he is a protagonist and he will be a major part of this game.
It's just a matter of how much of a protagonist he's going to be, meaning how much of a reveal is he going to have in Resident Evil 9 altogether. I personally feel, and this is my opinion, this is my outlook on it, considering the fact they've been so vague with the covering, or just in terms of optics on Resident Evil 9 and Leon Kennedy altogether, I really do feel that he is going to play a role very similar to Chris Redfield and how he just kind of, like, pops up. But his character role isn't going to be something that we kind of just, like, commandeer. You know what I mean? It's not like in Resident Evil 2 remake where we what's that character's name? I completely forgot her name. Goodness gracious. But we take control of certain characters right throughout the game, because when the plot takes a certain turn and branches off into different sects, I feel it's not going to be the case if it does come to that.
What you have to do, look at what he said. Have you seen a gun be shot in gameplay thus far? No, we haven't. We haven't seen any of the, like, you know, guns blazing combat yet. We've really only seen Grace in the horror aspect of this game. We haven't seen anything like the other Resident Evil games have provided in terms of, you know, the gameplay and combat. And
now piggybacking off of that, okay, they did release an update that when it comes to the boss battles, like the combat scenes, if you want to call it that, they are going to be making them more obstacle based. It's not going to be like your typical flashy battle scenes, guns a-blazing, and then you eventually kill the boss in stages. No, they are trying to basically replicate the boss battle scenes like in Resident Evil 7, which this game is, in its nature and layout, very heavily inspired by the same elements in Resident Evil 7, which is complete genius in my opinion. But you know how he faced Jack Baker in the slaughterhouse or whatever with like the meat and all that, the meat packing house, and you grab the chainsaw and you have to utilize like, you know, the hanging stacked, like, you know, you had to utilize obstacles to basically take down Jack Baker, and you had to utilize basically just you have to utilize your wits. And I feel it's going to be very captivating, and he's probably going to end up saying this too. Grace Ashcroft is inexperienced, and what this is going to enable, this whole obstacles-based boss battles, right, in stages, this is going to complement the entirety of that intention behind Grace Ashcroft's character development, because she's completely inexperienced. So that, I think, is going to be very captivating to the player. That was a lot to say. Did that come off okay? I don't even know anymore, man.
Like Dusk Golem said, we haven't actually seen any gameplay in Raccoon City
I
either.
over-explained
We haven't seen
whatever.
a second of gameplay of Grace walking the rubble or dilapidated buildings of Raccoon City. Now, when it comes to the claim that Leon is in the first trailer, I'm very curious to hear what like his context is for that. Because is it possible that Leon was in the first trailer and it was just like very small teasers?
He wasn't in the trailer at all.
I believe I saw a screenshot where it was like Grace on the left side.
Correct.
And then you saw the guy on the ground, and apparently that might have been in the eyes of Leon Kennedy, which that's very possible. But then there was the voice section of one of the trailers where some say it sounded like Leon, others say it sounds like Chris. But I am curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. What are the two small ways that Leon was in the trailer, in your opinion? That is, if you are of the belief that, you know, he was in the trailer, which, again, only time will tell. So one thing that I do want to mention is, as we heard earlier, we haven't seen any gameplay of Raccoon City just yet.
Dude, that's crazy.
So the question that I think everyone wants to know is when are
Imagine that in your room. You like wake up in the middle of the night because you hear a freaking noise, and you go out in your hallway to see what's the matter, and you see that thing just fall down to the... I would cry. I would scream and jump out the nearest window. I'm not joking. Like that adrenaline would be busting. It'd be busting a cat, man. That's
are we
crazy.
going to start to see more of the gameplay? Are we only going to get the small snippet of Resident Evil Requiem that they've shown so far? Is that all they're going to do for the marketing? Where or when do they plan on revealing more of the game, if they plan on doing it? With
Notice
4
how
months
they're
away
only
until the
showing
release,
Resident Evil
Capcom's
7
historical
clips.
marketing cadence for Resident Evil titles
Makes sense.
typically feature around 4 to 5 trailers, including dedicated gameplay showcase, which that tells us that more content is coming. It's just a matter of time. Obviously, we got nothing from New York Comic Con. That was essentially the same demo that we've seen for a while now. We have pre-orders that go live at the end of the month, which it was confirmed, like I said, that there won't actually be any new gameplay shown off during the pre-order announcement, which is a little bit weird. You would think that they would give us something, but nope. And then we have
That's
the Game
fair.
Awards
Yeah, you would
2025
think,
that
right?
takes place in December. Now, this event was a pretty big staple for
Dude,
Capcom's
that's
major reveals,
crazy,
including the
man.
Resident Evil Village gameplay trailer in 2020. Capcom also worked with, you know, Jeff Keighley and Summer Game Fest to show off Requiem for the first time during that event. So I think it does make sense for them to give us a comprehensive gameplay trailer with actual combat showcasing the gameplay sections of Raccoon City. It really feels like they're deliberately holding back nearly everything about this game.
No,
now, will there be a
but I think that's a good idea though, because it builds up anticipation, especially if you're going based on the historic record of how these games have been. Resident Evil 7 completely saved the Resident Evil series, in my personal opinion, and that's been the opinion of others too, especially for those that are way more charged with Resident Evil, okay? But I personally feel, considering they've done a really good job in the past making the remakes, yeah, except for some maybe, but I feel that the best thing for them, this is my personal take on it, don't reveal too much. Keep it in anticipation. Don't overkill it. Don't kill it.
time where they start to unveil more stuff like gameplay? I hope we get something at Game Awards, but again, they could probably
time
just
and a
you know,
place,
continue
then
to
yeah,
show
whatever.
off what they've shown and then let players experience everything else once it drops. Now, there is a possibility that we have to wait until next year, something like a January gameplay trailer or gameplay showcase. For Requiem, there's also a possibility that, you know, PlayStation works with them on the marketing and we get like a gameplay deep dive in January. Xbox also does a developer direct in, you know, February as well, so maybe we get something during that. Like I said, I think my biggest frustration is we've only seen like really small sections of the game. I would love to see more of it for the main reason of just seeing how they've evolved the combat specifically the shooting gameplay for Ari Requiem. Now, one thing that is definitive is now that we have the pre-order date, that February 27th release date is pretty much set in stone, which is really
awesome.
good news. Now, is it possible that there's like something that happens like in the next, couple weeks
It's
that
possible.
requires a delay, like a game-breaking thing? Sure, I guess it's possible, but at this point we were such at a late stage of the development process that they're in the polishing stage, and now
Yeah,
the
time
pre-orders
goes
go
by
live
fast.
this month. Again, I just don't think a delay is happening. Will we get new footage in the next couple of months? I really hope so. Do you guys think that Leon Kennedy is a protagonist in this game? Are you still never Leon, or are you like of the opinion that it just really doesn't matter to you? Let me know down below. The next few months are going to be very special for Resident Evil Requiem, and I can't wait to cover it for you guys on this channel. So if you enjoyed my coverage, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe with your noties on, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Now, guys, I'm a huge advocate for this, okay? Subscribe, first of all, and like. We need to give credit where credit is due. Because, yeah, I did a reaction video to his video, but I do not believe in reaction videos in a sense where it takes away the authenticity or takes away his spotlight. You know what I mean? Seriously, reaction videos serve a time and a place when they're done the right way. So give credit where credit is due. Toss him a like. I'm going to even leave a comment because this was such a great video and I love his analysis. Let's see here. Hopefully I could type this correctly. I'm still waking up. Yeah, sorry for my speech in advance, guys. I'm like, a little airheaded a little bit right now. Let's see. Great analysis. Looking forward to more updates. Phenomenal. Fantastic. And that's actually why, let's see, 5 hours ago. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's good. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Excellent. Very good. Okay, guys, we're going to continue on this path of righteousness. Are we ready, chat? Are we freaking ready to go? So that was Resident Evil 9 news leaked. Okay, I'm really looking forward to this game, guys. I really am. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think what I'm looking forward to the most is the psychological aspect they will be adding in inspiration from elements of Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7, in my opinion, is... Resident Evil 7 is my favorite Resident Evil out of all of them. Hands down. I freaking love it. Just the way it was made was brilliant to me. All right, guys, here we go. This next video we're going to be doing a reaction of is from More Thought. Don't know who this guy is, but I found this bro, okay, in the YouTube atmosphere, okay? Because some people were asking me questions about like, hey, do you think it's really wise to be doing horror games or any kind of games that, contain certain things if you're a Christian? There's a lot of misconceptions out there about what Christians can and can't play, and I'm just going to get to the bottom of it now, and a lot of it is through a generational lens. And I'm going to get into it soon, okay? But we're going to watch this video because this guy does a phenomenal job with his commentary on explaining why Christians and horror games, just because you're Christian doesn't mean you can't play a horror game. However, it depends on certain factors. Watch this with me, relish in this with me, and without further ado, I'll place commentary when necessary.
I'm really torn about making this video because...
And, yep, hold on. Ready, guys? Here we go. Let's have some fun here.
Honestly, I'm really torn about making this video because I just know so many Christians who don't approve of really any kind of horror.
And he's right about it. He's totally right. And I feel, in my opinion, it's because of the misconception that they gain, like a skewed view, optics, and obviously mentally, that they get this idea a lot, like they get that idea from other people, and it's kind of like ingrained in their brain. It's true. It's very true. They grow up. It's almost like they grow up around the idea that it's bad.
In fact, I bet a lot of Christians might even disagree with a lot of the takes I'm going to make in this video. But as a devoted Christian, I think the relationship between Christianity and horror, especially in the context of video games, is a topic that doesn't get nearly enough attention or analysis.
It's true.
And I think there's a goldmine of truly fascinating insights and life lessons that are really only possible to experience when you choose to take a closer look at horror and what it really means when you use it as a guiding factor of your decisions, your emotions, and even your lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're a believer like me, or an atheist, or from another religion altogether. I think everyone can learn from this topic.
Now, I will piggyback off this real quick. Horror games, for me, actually, like, obviously it depends on the horror game. I'm not going to say I advocate for every horror game out there. Some of them are flat out garbage. They literally are just a sweet spot for just outlandish violence for the sake of violence and just utter trash. But they do, the majority of horror games that I've played, can't name a certain few. He'll go through them, I'm sure. But they actually bring me closer to God. They actually make me feel a sense that there is a God because of the themes displayed in the games.
So, without further ado, here's why I love horror games, even though I'm a Christian.
Yeah, no, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to share this with you
Now,
guys.
the first thing I need to clarify about this topic is this. Most Christians don't like horror.
I don't know if he's correct on that. I have no idea. That could be from his own personal experiences, obviously, but I've never actually heard that.
Growing up as a serious, dedicated Christian, I think I can count the number of other Christians I knew who liked anything horror-related on, like, one hand. Honestly, I never liked horror. I was pretty much scared of the dark until I was, like, 19 freaking years old. The few times I actually watched a scary movie, the images and scenes of these movie monsters got burned in my brain, and I'd have trouble sleeping for weeks, thinking they were gonna jump out of the closet and murder me in my sleep. It seemed like all my non-Christian friends weren't bothered by any of this kind of stuff, while all my Christian friends were either as scared as me or just didn't approve of anything horror-related at all. And that was pretty much my whole perspective on horror in general. For
I've just taken into account, too, I am a huge horror fan. I've always been into horror. But again, it's not the label horror that makes it bad. Bear with me.
my whole life. Like a lot of Christians, I thought just about anything horror-related wasn't a good thing to consume until I reached my 30s. In my 30s, something completely unexpected happened.
You grow up.
I got absolutely addicted to horror video games. Like real horror games. The exact kind of games that so many of my Christian friends and family had been disapproving of my entire life. After playing and beating games like 3 different Dead Space games, Resident Evil 2 and 4 and 7 and 8 and Outlast and Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
I started to
played
realize
all of
why
those.
so many Christians and religious people mistakenly hate some parts of the horror genre, and how in so many of these games there were actually profound and powerful themes of courage, the power of light over darkness,
Yes.
humanity's capacity for evil, but also for good.
It's so true, and that's literally what I look for when I play horror games. Okay, a lot of the games that I play are revolved around basically good triumphing over evil, 100%. It's very rare that I play a game where evil ultimately wins. I don't think I've ever actually played. I can't really remember the last time I played one. But however, if that does end up being the case, there's always a message I'm able to pull based on my own convictions as a Christian. Not making an excuse or rationalizing whatsoever. It's all about the intention. Jesus makes it very clear on the Sermon on the Mount that a lot of it is in the intention of the heart. What is the motive? Why are you playing a certain game? What is the game pushing? What is it revealing to you? And also the Apostle Paul also makes it very, very clear that we are to be careful that we don't present a stumbling block to the brethren. It really is about our own personal convictions. Like, for example, and I said this in the YouTube short, if I go to a party, right, obviously there's nothing wrong with having a drink. If you want to drink in moderation, go ahead. However, there is a factor where he doesn't, he is very against drunkenness and not being of sober mind, okay? So we have to take into account here that if I'm going to a party, and this is obviously irrelevant to me because I don't drink, but if I were to drink on occasion, I'm not going to be drinking in front of a brother who struggles with it, who might be recovering from an addiction from it, because that would be leading him into a stumbling block to potential sin. That would be wrong.
And how the monsters we face are often the very keys to our own enlightenment and transformation.
That's crazy.
I now think that the horror genre can be such a fun, fascinating, and yes, even edifying experience
No, it is.
for those brave enough to look into the deep abyss of our souls
100%.
and see what might be looking back at us in the darkness.
And it really helps you get in touch with like your humanity, like the emotional side of it.
You've
it makes
probably
me
heard the stories
insightful.
of Christians and religious people who have gone a bit overboard with their dislike, even hatred of anything horror related. Case in point, my own aunt, among countless other Christian moms, forbade my cousins from even reading the Harry Potter books growing up because they involved magic and the occult. I had several Christian friends whose parents forbade them from celebrating Halloween, even banning Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards in their house because some of the creature cards were like of demons and whatnot.
Now, I will say this. I personally don't celebrate Halloween. I'm not for Halloween. However, there's a big however. It's the intention of the heart and what you're actually doing. People say that Halloween is the devil's holiday. Okay, well then I'll hit you with this. It's the devil's holiday if you let it be his holiday. Okay? I don't find a problem with my son dressing up or whatever and going out to get candy or like I personally don't have a problem with that, but obviously I'm not going to celebrate Halloween as its primary purpose intended. I personally don't celebrate Halloween. My family doesn't really it's like we're like my family is like caught up in the whole nostalgia growing up as a child, like, but we don't do it for its intended purpose with the Salem witch trials. We don't do that, and some people may even disagree with me on that take. But there's only so much that like how do I say this? Sometimes you got to pick your battles because your view won't be other people's view. So to basically eliminate the possibility of quarreling and tension escalating, the best thing you could do is pray for those around you and pray for discernment that what the Lord wants you to do. That's basically the best way you could do.
And while I really disagree with most of this mindset and think it's mostly ridiculous fear-based nonsense,
yeah, a lot of it
there's
is,
something
100%.
you need to understand about the Christian belief system. For us, the devil is real.
Yeah.
Hell is a real place.
Yep.
Demons are real. Demonic possession is real. The Bible, something Christians take as a largely literal document, is riddled with
Not only is it literal, it's historical. It's historical narrative.
stories so horrifying that they make most modern horror flicks look pretty tame in comparison. In Luke chapter 8, there is a story of the demoniac, a demon-possessed man who confronts Jesus and his
No,
followers.
it's true. It's true.
When Jesus had stepped out on land, there met him a man from the city who had demons. For a long time he had worn no clothes, and he had not lived in a house, but among the tombs. Jesus asked the man's name. "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." I mean, come on, that's like straight out of a horror movie, right?
It does, yeah.
In the book of Jonah,
No, it's true.
a man gets eaten alive by a gigantic fish and spends days in the pitch black darkness of the animal's digestive system.
All you had to do
waiting
was
to
obey
die
God.
a slow and painful death all alone with no way out. In Genesis 19, Lot's wife broke God's command by looking back to witness his destruction of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and God punished her by literally turning her into a pillar of salt before her family's very eyes.
I mean, it sounds like a horror movie to me, man. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. When you're reading the Bible, you wouldn't really think of this visually, but when he talks about it, it's like, dang, God did not hold back when it came to judgment, man.
If you take a few seconds to look up biblically accurate angels,
Look at that.
You'll see some absolute nightmare fuel-looking beings that can resemble monsters out of a scary movie much more than nice angelic babies with wings.
That's
the Bible
creepy.
is
Yeah.
not rated PG. There's actually a lot more horror-type imagery and themes in it than you might expect.
And I feel that a lot of people, especially coming from a generational lens, looking at it from an optics point of view, they take that for granted. They don't realize how defeating their argument is when they say that Christians shouldn't be playing horror games. In my opinion, I feel that's a very arrogant statement to make. Not just arrogant, but flat out ignorant.
There are magicians and sorcerers in the Bible with actual powers who could levitate, turn water into blood, and even create plagues. Christians believe that there are real forces of good and evil behind the veil of our vision here on earth.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And the Bible makes it clear that God forbids Christians from entertaining any affection for things like the occult, witchcraft, or magic.
Affection, keyword chat. It's important to listen to the context. Affection, meaning appreciation. admiration.
Essentially, any power other than God himself.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the book of Philippians encourages Christians to keep your minds on whatever is true, pure, right, holy, friendly, and proper. Don't ever stop thinking about what is truly worthwhile and worthy of praise.
Now, when he said that too, I actually did look it up, and it really is a matter of doing your research. Behind that text in the book of Philippians, behind that verse, Paul was talking about a specific issue revolved in the church. I can't exactly get my Bible right now, but it wasn't implying that we are to set our minds constantly on, like, peaches and rainbows. Like, always be like, so like I can't think of the words right now, but like, you guys get the idea. Hopefully he'll go into it more.
It can be pretty hard to try and attribute any of those words to horror video games or the genre in general. Many horror games are inherently desensitizing, spraying blood and guts and body parts in every other enemy encounter, and the Bible tells Christians that we need to keep our empathy strong for those suffering and in need, battling real-life afflictions. So, while I think it's pretty ridiculous that some Christian parents prohibit their children from playing Magic the Gathering because some cards feature like devils and demons and whatnot, perhaps you can see why some overzealous Christians can get so wrapped up in avoiding anything horror related.
It's really true. So again, it's not like, for example, oh my gosh, like, I'm a huge metalhead. I love metal, okay? And it's like, how do I say this? When I was growing up as a kid, in my teenage years, I used to listen to the heavy metal band Impending Doom. They were like death metal, like equivalent to like Whitechapel or whatnot. And I hated it when people would say, oh, that sounds like devil music. Such a stupid statement to make. Just because it sounds like it was just so ignorant, because if they listened to the lyrics, because it was something that they weren't accustomed to, okay? And these people, unfortunately, were, I'm just going to say, old-timers, not to sound offensive or nothing, but they were used to, your traditional hymnals, okay? Like, if you go to a church, traditional hymnals, and, these people were the kind of people that would consider rock music to be devil music. So it really is, to a degree, significant degree even, if you want to call it that, okay? A generational lens. And we so often as people, unfortunately, due to our overzealous and fleshly nature, we sometimes often take what we feel is appropriate, but in a generational sense, and basically enforce it as if it's what the Bible says, when in reality, it doesn't say that at all. You know what I mean? It's like we try to enforce our own points of view, our own interpretation, when it's not even biblically backed up. It's just basically what you feel only. And the Bible makes it very clear that in the scriptures it talks about how our feelings, our hearts could be deceived. So you have to really make sure that what you're saying is backed by truth. The Apostle Paul makes it very clear. Do not go beyond what scripture says. Choose discernment, think critically and accurately. And Paul literally says too, don't take my word for it. Read the Gospels and seek clarity. Basically, seek the Holy Spirit for discernment. Have him search your heart. Make him clear things up for you. He does do that. And he also intercedes on your behalf, meaning he prays for you. It's actually really beautiful.
Still, I need to clarify. When I say I love most horror games, the ones I really don't mess with are the demon-focused ones. I, along with every other Christian, believe demons are real and can have power over you if you give it to them. It's not that I'm afraid of demons, and thanks to Jesus, I don't have to be.
No, I'm not afraid of demons either.
I want to be careful with what I consume in my games, TV, books, and movies.
Absolutely.
Because the Bible is pretty clear on that point.
Yes.
But I've come to love other kinds of horror. As a Christian who never played horror games, I was surprised to find myself really connecting with horror game protagonists like Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil or Isaac Clarke from Dead Space on a much deeper level than I usually do with horror game protagonists. Something about protagonists like Jill Valentine or Alan Wake or Ethan Winters and their struggle against truly terrifying monsters and obscenely difficult challenges.
Not to mention, too, when you play these games, they often revolve around very redemptive themes. and overcoming certain challenges, which bring a sort of like a salvation kind of like tone to them, which is why I love them, especially with the story-rich narrative ones. Like he's absolutely right about this. And come to think of it, it's really funny. There are some horror games, now that I think about it, there are some horror games that I have played in the past where I did sense an uneasiness, like a conviction in my heart. The Holy Spirit warns us of what to be careful of, to take caution. He encourages us. And I've noticed that he has done that in certain games that I have played, and I just have to basically not grieve that, because if you grieve the Holy Spirit, you're basically refusing his instruction and direction for your life. So we have to it's a pride issue sometimes. So I've had to put those games aside. I have them in my Steam library right now. Unfortunately, I can't get a refund for them, but it is a learning experience altogether.
And watching them do their best to make the most out of a really bad situation with a few bullets and smoke grenades they had at their disposal was really inspiring to me. I would turn off my console after a particularly difficult level and just feel affection for these characters who had to deal with so much shit. And in a silly way,
so true.
Feel that if they...
type in comments, Ethan Winters, he went through some rough stuff, man. It was just nonstop. It was hit after hit, stab after stab. He got clapped. And what's funny too is that, oh gosh, this might be a spoiler alert for some of you, but when he was getting clapped even after Jack Baker killed him. Poor guy, especially in Resident Evil 8, man. He did not catch a break, man.
They could overcome their crazy situation. Maybe I could overcome some of my own real-life struggles too.
Yeah, it's true.
These are the horror games I love and recommend to anyone who asks, Christian or not. Because even though most Christians aren't fans of horror, there are lots of horror games out there that can actually help you feel stronger, more courageous, and
more sense of awareness. It's very, very true. If it wasn't for horror games, I wouldn't have a huge sense of situational awareness when it comes to certain situations. It's very true. It does help you in your personal growth and development.
More resilient in the crazy real world that you and I have to deal with every single day, with monsters far more terrifying than anything you'll find at the Umbrella Corporation.
That part
These
sucked in
games
that
can
game.
help you recognize
I remember
evil,
that.
right
Mr.
and
X
wrong,
just comes
and
out out
see
of
the
nowhere and you start
consequences of your
hauling it.
actions in the face of temptation, danger, or cowardice.
How horror games can be edifying.
Again,
and
let me be
uplifting.
clear. I don't like all horror games.
No.
Of course, there are countless bad games out there that just suck, with bad and boring gameplay, cheap jump scare tactics, and underbaked themes that lack any meaningful substance. But there are lots of highly rated and popular horror games I also don't like because, in my opinion, they're missing one key horror element for me. They're not edifying. Edification, experiencing moral or intellectual improvement, and horror games might seem like opposites. And
now, me personally, I never had a problem. I mean, again, this could be different for him, but for me, I never personally had a problem with the mortuary assistant because there are redemptive endings and redemptive elements in the game itself, because it deals with a woman that used to struggle with addiction, and her dad died in a car accident, and there was a lot of collab with that. So I personally am able to pull a lot of valuable, assets from that game in terms of a spiritual direction toward Christ.
And many
100%.
times they are. But in my experience, some of the most impactful and memorable horror experiences were from games and movies that meant something.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2 is a really cool looking monster and all.
He is.
But it's what he represents that has made him an absolute icon of horror games to this day, despite the game being released over 20 years ago. The personification of protagonist James Sunderland's undying, unstoppable guilt for his sins. Five Nights at Freddy's may have started out as a pretty basic jump scare simulator, but one of the reasons Freddy Fazbear has become such a global horror game icon
it was too much
because
for me.
those games mean something. What with their endless mountains of interconnected lore and Easter eggs, where half the fun is finding these clues and piecing theories together to discover objective truths among the gameplay that you can discuss with your friends for months after you roll the credits. Even some of the most popular elevated horror movies in the last decade aren't just about
Hereditary. This movie was nuts.
scary monsters are trying to kill you for no reason. Hereditary is a study on the consequences of unresolved dysfunctional family abuse.
And I never thought of it
In
like
The
that until
Babadook,
he just said that.
Grief is
true.
the real monster. For me, pieces of horror media like this go far beyond the simple jump scares and scary monsters. They leave me thinking about their meaning for weeks, even months after viewing them.
No, it's true, and I find more of appreciation for horror games when it's not just cheap jump scares. If there's a narrative to it, if there's an actual story, I'm able to connect with it, and that way you could actually connect with the character and draw more of an emotional lens to it, and it gets more insightful. Like, you're able to pick up on an actual message that's, like, being pulled from it.
I usually feel more clarity about my own choices and mistakes and how
there
I
you
can
go.
be better in the future. Now, not every horror game is like this. There are plenty of horror games that have no interest in being anything other than cheap schlock.
No, it's
Games
true.
are a dime a dozen in the genre who rely on grotesque brutality to disgust audiences.
Yeah, it's just not necessary.
I think the best example of this point is from the Terrifier franchise. From what I've heard, because
Yep.
I haven't seen them and I have no interest in doing so, the sole point of those movies is to present the most outlandishly disgusting, senselessly violent extremes of horror just for the sake of doing so.
Yeah, there's okay. I'm going to be very bold with this statement. I don't care if you could disagree with me. I don't care. There is nothing Christ-like about the Terrifier, at all. I love horror movies. I tried watching the first movie, and I felt that uneasiness, that conviction immediately at a certain scene in the beginning, and I'm like, I don't think this is a good movie for me to watch. And it's funny because I actually kind of like fast forwarded a little bit to kind of get an idea on like, what to look out for. And yeah, no, it was just literally violence for the sake of just being violent. It's just, and that's not that's not the truth. It was disgusting. It was garbage, straight up garbage.
It's the lazy cash grab angle to shock audiences with empty, grotesque violence.
Just straight up
in
glorification
lieu
of evil.
Substance or meaning. And look, if you're into that sort of thing, I'm not here to criticize you, but those aren't the kind of horror experiences I'm interested in at all.
I don't want to be a part of that. No, 100%.
Lots of horror games are like this too, and there's a market for it. Think Manhunt or Postal 2. These kind of games are the generic cheeseburgers of the genre. The most empty calorie and insubstantial slop that's just meant to gross you out to the extreme, nothing more.
Like also, what else is there? Sorry guys, I'm just coffee. I need more. What else? There was another horror movie. The Saw series. I used to watch Saw, but the more I grew my relationship with Christ, the more I realized that it's just violence for the sake of violence. Now, I understand that there are certain elements in the storyline where you could find to be insightful and gravitate towards and to gain like a personal, like, maybe like a connection with because of the main character and stuff like that. But for me, just paying to watch a movie and just watching someone just completely get brutally tortured at the hands of someone who has such a skewed mindset on life and truth, and he makes his own meaning by doing that, and he puts justice in his own hands. To me, that's just very barbaric. It's same with the Hostel series. Unfortunately, I saw all three. It was a mistake. Again, I was a newbie Christian. But looking back, I could just see like how those movies are just disgusting. They're just gross, and the very first movie, the guy did manage to escape, but then he ended up getting completely killed in the end. Like it was just violence for the sake of being violent, and that's just, to me, that's just not cool.
I was surprised to realize that many horror games and horror media in general have powerful messages behind them.
Yeah,
and
no,
provide
they do.
Insightful
100%.
commentary on real-world problems. Let's take Leon Kennedy, for instance.
I love Leon Kennedy.
First
It's my favorite
appearing in
horror
the game
character.
Resident Evil 2, Leon has become one of the most recognizable and popular protagonists in the entire Resident Evil franchise, and even in the horror genre as a whole. He could have easily been this one-note, one-dimensional, zombie-killing military shooter like so many others we've seen and forgotten by now, but he wasn't. Leon was a badass zombie killer, yes, but he was also goofy, cheeky, plucky, fearless in the face of danger, and
In my opinion, I feel like Leon Kennedy, if you're talking from a biblical lens, he was like David versus Goliath. He was little David, took a slingshot, and everything he went up against, especially being like a cop that just kind of struggled to find his way. He was a rookie in Resident Evil 2. You know, according to the remake, I never played the original, but like everything was his Goliath, and it's just there's a very big biblical or spiritual theme that you could pull from that 100%.
Always got back up when he got his ass
Yes,
kicked.
all the
which
time.
actually
Yeah,
happened
dude.
kind of a lot.
So true.
He wasn't fighting for himself to look good. He was fighting for his friends
Yes.
on behalf of humanity to
Yep.
do the right thing.
Christ did the same thing.
In
He laid
Resident
down
Evil
his
2,
life for his
dude
friends.
has the worst ever first day on the job as he starts his police career the day of the Raccoon City outbreak. He's unsure of himself, but wants to do the right thing and save as many people as possible, putting himself in danger and risking his life for people he hasn't even met.
Yeah. No, it's
One of the
and
most
that's
surprising
noble.
parts about Resident Evil 4 was the fact that the developers didn't pair Leon and Ashley together at the end. He rejects her. In a sea of predictable tropes and character arcs, Leon subverted the whole badass zombie hunter dude and isn't just some one-note action hero who gets the girl and rides off into the sunset on a horse. He actually rides on a speedboat. But not having Leon end up with Ashley was a twist of expectations on the well-mined trope of zombie horror, and I really appreciate that about his character. He has an unwavering sense.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know. OBS just decides to crash out sometimes. We're back, though. Are we back? We're back? Okay, we're back. Very good. Now we're on full. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys.
He's funny, always keeping the darkness at bay with a well-timed eye roll or ridiculous pun. All the time I spent with Leon in the several Resident Evil titles he's featured in were just an excellent time. Not to mention the Resident Evil games are just incredible overall. And I often left my play sessions wired from crazy zombie fights, but also happy and thrilled, upbeat and jovial from spending hours watching this dude kick zombie ass.
Love this guy.
Or how about Isaac Clarke from Dead Space? I found his character, choices, and development very edifying throughout my time tiptoeing through the USG Shimura and beyond. Isaac is someone I would follow into battle. Dude is awesome, and not just because he's one of the most badass alien killers in history. In addition to his traditionally masculine bravado, he also overtly respects women. He's resourceful. He's honest about his many shortcomings. He's
That's awesome.
absolutely motivated.
I
to
didn't
survive.
know this. I've never
He's
played this game
selfless,
before.
He's single-minded. He's weak but owns his mistakes. He calls out bullshit and wickedness. He constantly risks his life for others. Now, look, try telling the Christian Moms Book Club that Dead Space is a great game for Christians, right? I get it. It's a hard sell, and I bet there are a lot of smart Christians out there who might even try and correct my opinion here and tell me that
It's due to them being uneducated. That's really what it is. It's not like the Bible. It's funny. I'm doing a study on the book of Proverbs right now, and the book of Psalms, and the Bible's very clear. It does encourage the notion very strongly to have an open mind, to listen to others instead of speaking all the time, to be open to having correction and reform, and to be renewed with your mind, with your mindset in a sense. But yeah, no, it's very true. And yes, it's a hard sell, like he said, with like a mom or whatever. Like, you know, he's talking about he's generalizing it. He's not entirely wrong because I've experienced this too. But again, it's literally just people. It's the label. It's literally the label and how things sound. But if you just merely judge things for surface value, I feel that you're missing the point.
all the terrifying body horror, the over-the-top violence, and the nightmarish necromorphs in Dead Space aren't good for a Christian to consume and appreciate. But honestly, I just disagree.
Yeah, no, it's
I just
and
think
he has
that
a
there's
right to.
so much you can learn from playing these games.
It's
so
true.
many opportunities to better yourself and watch how a
Yes.
seemingly impossibly strong power of evil can still be overcome by the tiniest beacon of light. Of course,
And horror games to me, like, you know, the horror games that I play, they make me feel good. There is a sense of like, I can't really like it pulls me closer to God, and like the games that I play often remind me that there is a loving God in heaven, and that there is a good versus evil, you know. I don't want to say balance, but like it exists.
it's all particular taste, and if a Christian is into that, I totally get it. All good. Honestly, I myself was surprised that I loved Dead Space so much.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing.
I've never
because
played
Dead
Dead Space.
Can
Let
be
me know
an
in comments if I
edifying
should
piece
play
of
it.
media in a spiritual sense. Of course, in this game, there's this crazy religious cult, and it has a whole angle of like calling out heresy and manipulative church leaders, but that's not even the point. My point is that Isaac Clarke is an excellent protagonist who isn't simply a medium to glorify evil or showcase violence. He's as against necromorphs as we are, and he bravely defies them at every turn. He constantly places himself in harm's way to save others. Dead Space does glorify violence in lots of ways, don't get me wrong, but the way I understood it, it was a showcase of humanity's capacity for good in the face of terrifying violence and danger.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Turn the game off.
I mean, Passion of the Christ, guys. Passion of the Christ. One of the most goriest movies I've ever seen. Yet it was about the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Okay? Like, well, like, come on. It's like, what are we doing? You know, it's like you could judge a game for this, but then what about this? Like, a friend of mine told me that his mom was against like violent games, but then isn't against like, you know, the Avengers. Like, it just, I don't know. Sometimes people make these very absurd arguments, and they're like smothered in loopholes. I don't know. They just don't make sense to me. It's almost like it's like picking at a red herring.
And there's no shortage of evil and wickedness in the world that requires us to be just as brave and single-minded and fearless as Isaac Clarke is. Honestly, Isaac inspired me to be better, and I found the Dead Space games to be supremely edifying in that regard.
And that is praiseworthy and commendable. That's literally Philippians, the book of Philippians. Like, just because you're not getting it from a certain aspect doesn't mean doesn't mean someone else isn't gonna, you know, vice versa. Sorry guys, I need to refill my coffee. I'm feeling a little lightheaded here. Here, let me actually get some more coffee right now. I think it's just time. Gonna refresh this real quick. Okay, good. What's this? Sure. What is that? Interesting. Huh, I never knew this. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is cool. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, you guys are going to kick my butt on this. Oh boy. Hopefully you guys are paying attention to that one. I just left a poll up for you guys. All right, let's get back into the video. Shoot. Bro.
The Bible has countless stories of men and women committing terrible crime against each other. Brothers kill brothers, kings enslave subjects,
Cain and Abel.
families choose money over their loved ones. As it says in Romans, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
Yep. Book of
In
Romans.
Psalms it says, none is righteous, no, not one. As Christians, we believe we were born into a world of sin, and our own sinful desires separate us from God and lead us to committing terrible things to each other in our search for power, wealth, fame, control, and prestige.
And it's funny. Hold on.
Horror
Why is it
games
not letting
often
me?
feature
Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second.
antagonists and villains to committing terrible things to each other.
Now, I love Outlast. Outlast is currently my favorite horror game to date because, in my opinion, what it does for me is it reinforces very strongly that there is a God, because we're dealing with exposing corruption in an asylum that deals with basically the very just despair and fallen nature of humanity. In my opinion, it's like it heavily portrays or conveys the message that we are fallen, we are broken people, and we are in need of a savior. And I feel that this game really depicts that very clearly. And a lot of the people in the asylum, you know, they're scary, but they're also victims of something that happened horrifically. And we are to try to expose the corruption to help these people. So it's really about, again, surface value. But if you really dig in and look beyond that and open up your mind to what exactly is happening, it's really actually quite deep, and it's emotional, and you get a sense of compassion for these people. It's crazy. Especially Chris Walker. His story is nuts.
In our search for power, wealth, fame, control, and prestige. Horror games often feature antagonists and villains that are manifestations of these desires.
Yes, absolutely.
As much as lots of Christians lament how wicked the world is, they too have the same desires buried deep within their soul. Horror games remind us of this.
Yes,
and
it's
give
so
us
true.
an opportunity to see what might happen if we did follow through on those desires and the dangers and consequences of doing so. Humans have great capacity for evil, and it's something that most people would rather not think about. It's just easier to say that the murderer, the torturer, the thief, and the liar are just bad people, not like us. It's comforting to tell yourself that even though you could be bad sometimes and tell lies and be deceitful and arrogant and selfish, you wouldn't kill anybody. You wouldn't steal your friend's money. You wouldn't abuse anyone, right? Horror games remind us of the uncomfortable truth that yes, we could, and we do.
He's not wrong.
It's a really important lesson that I never heard in any Sunday school sermon growing up.
No, it's true. I feel that horror games do a great job. Obviously, it depends on the game, right? But I feel horror games do a great job with exposing the very nature that we so often aspire not to be like. So in a way, it definitely does enforce the fact that we are in need of a savior, that something is wrong, and that there's a scale of measure that we strive to be this good person. But the fact is that without a God, there's no basis for that scale of measure to be good.
If I'm not careful, I can be a really bad guy. But I also have the choice to make sure that doesn't happen if I work hard for it. No man knows how bad he is until he has tried very hard to be good, wrote the great Christian theologian C.S. Lewis.
I love C.S. Lewis. I
Only
listen to him
those who
every
try
day.
and resist temptation know how strong it is.
Yep.
A man who gives in to temptation after 5 minutes simply doesn't know what it would have been like an hour later. That is why bad people, in one sense, know very little about badness.
One of the biggest indicators that someone is a true Christian, the mark of a true Christian, is when you struggle with sin. And you know what that is.
They have lived a sheltered life by always giving in. We never find out the strength of the evil impulse inside us until we try and fight it. And Christ, because he was the only man who never yielded to temptation, is also the only man who knows to the full what temptation means, the only complete realist. Christ knows what we are capable of, good and bad. And something I find just absolutely beautiful and sobering and undeniable about horror games is that They show humanity's capacity and potential for evil, and how easy it can be to make small decisions over and over until you look up and realize you become a true villain, an agent of evil.
Yeah, no, decisions in horror games could be
Horror
so
games
consequential.
also show us what it
Absolutely.
takes to defeat this evil, and the depth of courage, skill, and resilience it requires to do it. A popular horror game mechanic that I absolutely love is the potential for different endings based on your decisions in the game. While most other games are mostly linear and typically only have one actual ending to the story, your choices matter in horror games because depending on what you do, you could experience several potential outcomes for your actions or misdeeds.
How was Silent Hill 2
One
remake?
of my favorite
Was it
examples
good?
of this is in Silent Hill 2.
It is on the list
The
of games
game is
to do.
essentially monitoring your behavior throughout your entire playthrough, measuring and tracking even the most subtle decisions that you make. Do you quickly heal when you've taken damage and thereby exhibit a stronger will to live? Or do you allow yourself to walk around hurt and bleeding, ignoring your needs and demonstrating that you don't care about taking care of yourself?
Thank you guys so much for the
Do you
thumbs ups in
protect
advance.
Maria, or do you leave her to fend for herself? You can even impact the ending you get by actually pausing the game, clicking over to your dead wife's photograph, and viewing it, showing the game that playing as James Sunderland, you genuinely care for her and are showing yourself to be a dedicated and devoted husband. The game watches all this. It's crazy. What you do in real life matters a lot too, obviously. Every little choice you make can have potentially enormous consequences, both the choice to act or the choice to not.
And one thing I do love about horror games too, I don't think I actually pressed on this, or I might have, I just didn't use this terminology. I love horror games too, the ones I play, specifically or essentially because they deal with real life events. Stuff that's real, like addiction, stuff that we struggle with, like stuff that could be very, very traumatic, but yet there is also an element to pull from it to really gain more of a deeper perspective inside the human condition. That's what the wording is. That's what I've been trying to pull literally in this entire video.
As Edmund Burke famously said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing.
Yeah, that
Horror
was a
games
quote.
remind
Yeah,
me
I
that
remember
my
that.
choices matter, both
That's
in
true.
the game and in real life. And I have direct impact over my life and lives of others, depending on the choices I make. In the words of horror researcher Reese Goodall, it has long been theorized that the horror genre should be read as a reflection of societal and cultural fears, allowing audiences to engage with the traumatic legacy of the recent past.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh, that's what a gold analysis. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
If you take a look at the history of horror media in America, you may be surprised to see the level of depth and intentionality the makers of these pieces of horror put into their creations. Classic American horror movies of the 1950s,
Frankenstein?
The Thing
It's
from
gotta
Another
be.
World, Invaders from Mars, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers were a direct response and manifestation of widespread distrust and fear of evil things different than ourselves, as seen in the widespread distrust and suspicion the country had towards each other in the Red Scare and rampant McCarthyism. The 60s brought horror flicks like Psycho, Rosemary's Baby, and Night of the Living Dead, as our boogeyman shifted from being the monsters out there to the monsters living next door. In the words of Stephen King, ever since John F. Kennedy was shot in Dallas, the great American boogeyman has been the guy with the rifle in a high place.
Oh, so it made the horror game
media in the 70s,
or horror
like
movie.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, and Last House on the Left were a response to fears of real-world serial killers.
Now, I personally don't care for the the Halloween series, or I used to, but then looking back, it's like, yeah, maybe I have a change of heart here. I don't know. That's just my personal conviction. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, I'm not gonna lie, some of them I don't mind, but some of them I do. It's really weird. It really depends on how the Holy Spirit communicates with me. There was one movie where they've made so many of them. Let's get real. And some of them are just really, I can't take them seriously. They're so cheesy and stupid. It's like, come on, you're going to die. You know, if you go there, you're going to just get hatched to death or whatever you want to call it. But there have been some times where I would watch a scene and the Holy Spirit would give me like a sense of unease in my heart, being like, just be careful, take caution. So it's really the Holy Spirit is a gift. It's actually quite beautiful, and it's actually God communicating to us because he's looking out for us. He's trying to protect us because he bought us with a price. When he died for our sins and rose again, and we choose him and apply his forgiveness in our lives, he basically paid. He was our ransom. Like, we are no longer our own bodies. We're his.
Hunting down our innocent youth. The 80s brought
Quite
horror
beautiful,
classics
actually.
like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and countless imitations warning teenagers that the ongoing revolution of sex, drugs, and rock and roll would lead to death.
Yeah, I mean,
On and on.
I
each
guess.
decade
I don't
of
know. I
horror
really know too much
reflected
about those,
real
but
life, and our
those
real
movies.
fears we struggle with even after we left the movie theater. Now, horror games have followed a similar path. Today, we've had several remakes of classic beloved horror titles like Dead Space, Silent Hill 2,
It's true.
Clock
It's true,
Tower,
yep.
several Resident Evils, Alone in the Dark, among many more. But I'm more interested in these games for the time when they were originally released. In the 90s and 2000s, at the peak of the Resident Evil franchise, there was rampant fear and confusion around biochemical warfare, viruses, and plagues. Anthrax, avian flu, SARS,
Yep,
Ebola, the
it's
swine
true.
flu are just a few examples of global viruses that ravaged countless countries and people across the globe. Resident Evil's through line of the T virus can be seen as a direct reflection of this kind of terrifying biological development that humanity wasn't prepared for.
Yep.
The Silent Hill series explored countless social psychological fears, specifically through the lens of being a woman, from stalking, unwanted advances, and assault during a time when violence towards women was rising. Doki Doki Literature Club was a scathing critique of the objectifying portrayal of women in anime for decades. BioShock and Dead Space explore the dangers of capitalism and corporate greed, reflecting the real-life culture of corporate greed that's been around for decades. Condemned and Outlast were games that
No, it's very, very true. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of capitalism because entrepreneurship, competitiveness, okay, it's all about what you make of it. It's you build with your hands, you make something of yourself. But obviously, there is a greediness factor to it, and like, you know, what's that verse in the Bible? The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Like it's very, very true. That's why you have to be very, very important that you carefully use discernment and basically put God first in everything that you do, because there's nothing unbiblical about capitalism. There just isn't.
demonstrate the evils of
It's a very
society's unchecked
important value.
over-reliance on pharmaceutical and recreational drugs. The best horror games mean something and represent real-world societal fears. Better yet, they are also a way of processing this trauma and dread and literally guide us through our paralyzing fears into a place of closure and catharsis to the extent that they can.
Ooh, I like that
still
word,
recommend everyone go to
catharsis.
therapy and deal with their issues with a trained professional, but as someone who's gone to therapy for over 12 years now, I can't help but notice the feelings I get from completing horror games are, in a way, echoes of the progress I've made in therapy.
Yes,
I've had to learn how
I
to
agree.
confront my own demons, face my own fears, admit wrongdoing, and choose to be better. The only way out is through.
You get in touch with your humanity. Like, there are a lot of horror games where I've teared up because it's basically a reflection of, like, you feel empathy. And these are such important things to not lose touch of, because Jesus says clearly in the scriptures, like, you know, he came to seek and to save the lost. For he did not come into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. And we are to have compassion for those that are lost. And that's why there's actually a song. I forgot what the song was called, of course, knowing me. But basically the song, one of the verses, one of the set of lyrics is, give me your eyes for just 1 second. Help me to see the way you see people. Something along those lines. But it's so true.
And as silly as it might sound to compare that to like being a boss in Resident Evil, there's something about horror games that always remind me of the real life progress I've made over my own fears and faults. You and I have many fears. Some are unique to you, but others are far more universal, fears that most people have struggled with sometime in their life. In my experience, horror games give you opportunities to wrestle and overcome some of our most common and shared fears as a species.
It's true, man.
The fear of the dark.
One of the biggest fears I used to have was cancer. Cancer. A big fear that I have today, I would have to say, I hate the feeling of throwing up. When I'm sick and have a stomach bug, I do everything in my power not to do it. It's just scary, me throwing up is absolutely terrifying. I don't like it. Some people have no problem; they just do it. For me, I don't know. I can't. I have such a hard time getting my head wrapped around it. It is a psychological thing for sure, but I will do everything in my power to not puke. It's horrifying to me. I hate every second of it.
Of the unknown, the monster waiting to pounce on you just behind the door. From a purely marketing perspective, most horror games must tap into more universal fears because, well, a horror game about something as niche as glottophobia, the fear of balloons, or paganophobia, the fear of beards.
That's weird,
just
dude.
probably
I've never
wouldn't sell
heard
a
of
lot of
this
copies
before.
to a large audience.
Whoever just tuned in, welcome
But
to JC Prevails
games
TV.
about being chased by something at night, about being stranded alone in a strange and dangerous place, games about being trapped in a house with an evil presence hiding in the basement. These are things that you and I have probably had some real-world dread about. I think a lot of Christians, often rightly, criticize many horror games for glorifying evil and making light of humanity's deepest fears.
They're looking at the wrong horror games.
As Christians, we must shun evil, resist the devil, and strive to grow closer to God through purity and goodness. What purity and goodness could ever come from playing a game like Bendy and the Ink Machine, right?
I've actually learned so much in terms of morale from horror games. I feel that I've become a better Christian from playing horror games because, again, it enhances, or in other words, reinforces a heightened sense of empathy and compassion for those that are lost and a sense of like vulnerability. It's actually quite beautiful. And people could disagree with me on that. That's totally fine. It's healthy. Again, discourse. We need more of that.
What sense of hope or catharsis can a chainsaw battle with Jack Baker and Resident Evil 7 give us? Actually, I think a lot. Horror games have the unique ability to help us experience and fight through real-world fears simulated and projected onto our screens. Throughout my experience playing through several Dead Space games, one thought kept repeating in my head over and over. The only way out is through.
Yeah,
I would often find myself opening a door only to gaze into a massive, darkened murder labyrinth of a room where the only sound was a sinister scuttling, scraping of limbs on the floor and otherworldly screeches of monsters, no doubt lying in wait for me. There was no turning back.
Someone told me
way
Dead
around,
Space was terrifying.
No cheat or hack
I'm
or
starting to
skip
see
or
what they
any
mean.
way
What they
for
mean.
me to get through this obstacle. The only way out was through. I had to move forward through whatever was waiting for me in that room to make progress.
Yeah. And that's the same with trials. When God puts you through a trial, he will not equip you with, he will not allow you to go through something without giving you what you need to get through it. It's going to be painful. It's probably not going to feel fair. But here's the thing. When you are a Christian, you will be disciplined as a father disciplines his child, but he does it for your good because he knows that your identity is in Christ. So his goal is to shape you and mold you into Christ's image. And within that, there is a beauty to be revealed about you, and you are slowly becoming the person that you are destined to be.
Mimics life in obvious
it's beautiful,
ways.
Actually.
You and I are constantly blocked by obstacles and challenges in our life. Lack of money, loneliness, depression, joblessness, the mistakes of our past, whatever. And a lot of people never really address these issues. They just ignore them, pretend they're not real, or do everything they can to go around them and not confront the truth. Or some people do choose to confront these problems and become better for it. Entering a new room in Dead Space started to feel more and more like entering a session with my therapist where I knew we'd be talking about some difficult subjects I would much rather avoid. But you can get through it if you have the bravery and steadfastness to look your fear in the eye and face it head on. I play a lot of different types of video games. I've put over 1,000 hours into the fighting game genre alone.
Dude,
I
that's
love
wild.
Metroidvanias, turn-based tactics,
I
deck
wonder if this
builders,
dude's even
RPGs,
married
open
or
worlds,
whatever.
linear games, pixel art platformers, and
Sounds like
most
he's-
everything between.
I don't know, mid-30s
But-
maybe?
Honestly, no
My
game
age.
teaches me more about myself than horror games. As a Christian, there's a lot of horror-related media I don't like and I stay away from.
Yeah, no,
But
it's true.
unlike the vast majority of my Christian brothers and sisters, I actually do see a lot of value in the horror genre, especially in horror games. I've been going to therapy for over 12 years now, and one thing I learned early on in therapy was that if I wanted to get better, I had to confront the ugliest things I'd ever done. I'd have to be brutally honest and go explore the darkest caves that I tucked away in the farthest corners of my mind.
Wow.
If I wanted to be free, I had to face my fears.
Interesting.
I never really understood that that's also pretty much how horror games work. It's always been easy to compare how video games and work reflect life. If you want to beat the boss, you need
yeah,
to
no,
develop
it's
your
true.
skills and level up.
It's
You
true.
need to practice and grind and become better if you want to reach the next level.
Absolutely.
But horror games imitate life in a different, more intimate way. Horror games are usually not about leveling up in the traditional sense.
No, not at
You
all.
may get better equipment and better guns, but leveling up in horror games usually means that you, the player, need to become braver. It's like leveling up in real life.
Character
And it's
development.
only when you develop the poise to
true.
perform under pressure, to not panic when your flashlight dies in the darkness, when you need 3 headshots to escape but you only have 3 bullets left, when the boss ambushes you
Ammunition
after you
scarce,
just
guys.
used your last healing kit. In horror games, the only way out is through.
Amen.
In a way,
I
horror
love it.
games
I love
and
his
the developers
analysis.
behind them truly care about their players enough to force them to become better, braver, and more poised than they were before. And I really appreciate that. There is no wasted time in horror games.
And take into account too, when you have this kind of sense, when you have this ability to see things from his general perspective, feeling empathy, compassion, when you're playing these games and it's making you realize through an optical lens, like, you know, real life situations that could draw the humanity out of you. In my personal opinion, and I'm sure there's scriptural evidence to back this up, but if it's drawing you to God, okay, in a sense of like, you know, feeling compassion, and you're able to like, you know, connect with the character development. There are a lot of emotional, thematic elements you could pull from horror games. If you really think about it, it is a form of worship because you're utilizing the very things that God has blessed you and has given you to draw these conclusions.
Not usually, anyway. There's no grinding through mind-numbing, repetitive enemy encounters to learn a new ability. No microtransaction nonsense from companies that try and manipulate you into stumbling into their new monetization infrastructure, for the most case. In horror games, it's just you, the enemies, and your ability to stay cool under pressure. As a Christian, I never appreciated horror games before, but this combination of adrenaline rush, puzzle solving, world-class atmosphere,
Yeah.
and some of the most haunting, creative, and terrifying monster designs that mankind has ever created got me so hooked on horror games that I really think this has become my most played video game genre.
Now, I'm not gonna. He's totally right. Same here. I will say though, out of all the footage I've seen in this video, I haven't seen one Evil Within clip. It's so discouraging because I love Evil Within. Evil Within 3, anybody? Huh? Leave in comments. I'm hoping for
There's
it,
a
man.
lot more I can say about the relationship between Christianity and horror games and what horror games have meant to me as a Christian as an adult. Like how horror games are mostly about surviving, which is often how
No,
life
it
can become
is.
sometimes.
100%. He's
They
not wrong.
make you face your demons, just like
Yep.
you have to do in real life to grow up and mature and be better. And they can give you the cathartic experience of facing some deep, crazy fears of yours and overcoming them, at least through a simulation. But this video
I
has
love
gone
the
on too
music
long
from
already,
Silent
so I'm
Hill
gonna
in the
save all that for a
background.
different
It's
video.
beautiful to me.
Thanks for watching. And if you want to watch more videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thanks.
No, great analysis, great video, 100%. I agree with everything he said, and he's right. Some people may not agree with his takes, but I feel it's because, one, it's based on your own personal convictions, and two, I feel a lot of it is going to stem, the disagreement is going to stem from a generational lens. That's exactly what it is. It's like, it's like you listen to music. it sounds unheard of, and you're not accustomed to it. So you're going to say, oh, that sounds like a devil worshiping music because the guy's going, roar, roar. That doesn't mean anything. That's so ignorant to me. Because there's bands out there that happen to be extremely Christian, like Demon Hunter, Impending Doom. And I'm not saying all secular music's bad either, but there is a very narrow way of thinking to the point where it could come off very overzealous, and it can make you unapproachable. And we don't want to come off as these overzealous Pharisees. That's basically what my point is. So I am definitely going to sub to this guy. Did I sub? No, I'm subbing to him. W video. I loved every second of it. His analysis really helped me. It's funny because like I was seeking God I was asking him for wisdom in this because I was having a conversation with a family member like weeks ago about this, and I had such a hard time conveying my point because I actually did go to a discipler in my college for this particular issue who happened to like horror too, and he displayed to me the biblical principles that we could base our decisions on. And just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you can't like horror. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So it really helped me kind of ease my mind mentally because sometimes we could get ourselves in these mental traps, and it's literally based on a generational lens, not a scriptural sense. So I hope that made sense. We're going to get right into the gameplay, everybody. We're going to play a new indie horror game called the Gretlow Tapes, okay? Here we go. We're going to have some fun here, hopefully. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, here we go. Let me get this up here and running. Let's see here. What do we got here? The Gretlow Tapes. Here we go. Utilize this time to get drinks real quick, guys. Get your snacks. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this game. I have no idea how long it is. Let me actually get to the... Hold on, guys. 1 second. I gotta put this to window. There we go. Windowed. Apply. Thank you. Hold on. Let's see here. Come on. Let's see. And there we go. Gretlow Tapes. Perfect. We got it. Do we got it? Okay. Now, is there any way... I could get that over here? I'm just curious. Yeah, chat, get your snacks. Take a bathroom break real quick if you need to. I'm just trying to get something set up here to see if I could do it. Don't think I can, which would suck, because I don't want it to be this way. Want to apply. Yep. Okay. But I can't, yeah, I guess I can't drag it. That really sucks. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. I didn't want that to be the case at all. Okay. Let me just, all right, so I guess this has to be the case. Okay. Let me get my thing up here, my YouTube page. Here we go. I'm going to drag you over here since you don't want to, listen to me. It's fair. Okay, very good. Let me refresh it. Yeah. Hopefully down the line. The reason why I was trying to get it on this other screen is because I don't like looking like this when I'm playing, but it is what it is. Hopefully down the line I'll be able to get a better stream set up, but this is what the Lord has blessed me with, so I am able to be content in all my circumstances. Let's see here. Very good, very good. Okay, let me get down to the chat here just in case you guys try to entertain me a little more than you are. See, very good. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs ups, the like buttons. It helps out the content tremendously, and I appreciate you all in advance. Thank you very, very much. I'm humbled by your kindness. Okay, let's see here. So, let's see. Is it on? Is it up? It's up, right? It is. Okay, good. Excellent. Very, very good. Awesome. Wow, my face is huge. Okay. Very, very good. Okay, I think we're all good. We're good? We're good here? Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do keyboard and mouse. Let's see how it works out for me. If we have time tonight, we'll do some Chronos, The New Dawn as well. I have no idea how long this horror game is. I have no idea. Heard it was an hour and a half. I don't know. We're good here. We're good here. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your boy, JC. Reported back live with JC Prevails TV. Bing. Okay, with the Gretlow Tapes, a new indie horror game that just released off the threshold of dawn. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this game just got released this in October. Heard great things about it, okay? Great reviews. I'm hyped. The caffeine is in. Let's freaking rock. Apparently this game has to do with finding tapes or being some kind of photographer going into an abandoned house setting, and stuff happens. So let's uncover, let's unravel this. Let's get going, okay? Drop comments, drop likes, get involved. Help me out. Pray for me. Oh, here we go. Let's have some fun here. New game. I'm curious. Here we go. I found this rumor online about the old Gretlow House. They say it's haunted, but I never bought into it. But those students from my university went missing last year. If there are answers, they're in that house. Tonight after dark, I'll go to the manor myself. If something's really there, I'll catch it on film. Oh boy, don't do that. That's never a good idea, right, chat? All right, here we go. How is it showing up for you guys? Let me actually bring this up here. Hold on, guys. Okay, we just woke up. Our alarm went off, right? Let's see. I'm getting you guys up on my phone, too, just in case. I like to have all my security measures intact. Let's see. Very good. Excellent. Thank the Lord. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Awesome. All right, here we go. We're ready to rock. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Is it playing? Can you guys see it? Let's see, hold on. Yeah, we're good? We're good to go? Excellent, very good, perfect. Okay, just making sure, guys. Just making sure. I've been screwed before. I don't like taking any chances. All right, here we go. We're in a room here, chat. It's a thing. Fix my microphone a little bit. Let's see what we got here. It's very smooth, actually. I love it. Through the lens of your soul. Grave signal. Okay, sounds fancy. Ooh, okay. It's a little dark, actually. Let's up the brightness a little bit. I feel that that's appropriate. Where's the brightness set? Adjust brightness. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Resume. That's better. All right, we got a fan here. Got some stuff. Bring it home. Okay, fair. What's this here? Can we open this up? No? Graphics are pretty mint, huh? Lazarus. Wait, what? Lazarus. Huh? That's another indie horror game. Are these the same people that made that game? Interesting. Okay. What else we got here? Tidiness not exactly is our strong suit here. Let's check this computer, I guess. Are we checking the computer? I see an icon. Here we go. The Ghost of Gretlow House, archived by Marlin, submitted October 7, 2000. Category, Haunting. If you ever find yourself in the little town of Hatherby, out by the North York Moors, that was a tongue twister for me, don't let the locals catch you asking about the Gretlow House, but wander a few streets too far, and you'll see it. A dark stain on the hillside, a place the Moors themselves seem to be trying to reclaim. They say a shadowy figure still walks the grounds, a woman with skin the color of old slate. Dude, why does it always have to be a woman? They always make women in horror games mad creepy. Her dress, a patchwork of taters and blood. Oh gosh. You might notice a trail of footprints leading to the dilapidated, I don't know if I said that right, gate, not of mud, but of soot and ash. For those brave or foolish enough to have stepped aside, the experience is forever seared into their memory. The first thing that hits you is the smell. It's the acrid, sure, scent of a fire long since extinguished. Then comes the sound, a muffled, broken sobbing that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. Sometimes it's a distant whimper from the upper floors. Other times it's a choked gasp directly behind you. Visitors have reported the sensation of cold breath on their necks, as if someone is leaning in close to share a terrible secret. Okay? Don't linger near Gretlow House after dark, because if you do, the crying won't stop, and sometimes it follows you home. This better have not have been for nothing. That's a lot to read right now in my current, cognitive state. Okay. These are just comments. Okay. Cool. Awesome. We're going to continue on here. All right. Through the lens. Copy that. All right. Is there anything I need to pick up here? Anything? Are there objectives? Let's go over here. Nothing? Nothing? Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna leave now. Oh, there's a light! Almost time to go. Just need to grab my things first. I'm assuming they're here. Yep. I still need to collect some things from my room first. Like a camera. Oh, tapes. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, here we go. What's this? Space take. Okay. Inventory photos. Notes can be viewed on the pause menu. Or hit escape. Fair enough. Cool. Okay. Oh, newspaper. What's this, chat? Let's see. A full year has passed since 4 students from Hatherby University vanished without a trace, leaving police and families desperate for answers. The group was last seen on the evening of 15th September 1999. I was 8. Friends later told police the students were heading to Gretlow House, the long-abandoned manor on the hill overlooking the town. The derelict building has long been the source of local ghost stories and has been a frequent site of adolescent dares and late-night explorations. Oh gosh, here we go. Anything for the views, right? All right, let's take our little ass ketchum backpack. Gotta catch them all, chat. I still need to collect things first from my room. What the heck do I need to collect? What else do I need? Oh, what's this? Almost forgot about the match tomorrow. Hope the weather holds out. Okay. Oh, what's this? License? That's important, chat, right? We need our IDs. Check the back. Is it fake? Take, yes. Oh, wait, that's us? That's what we look like? The bowl cut's not working for him, chat. I'm sorry. I don't know what year this is, but this isn't working out for me. Okay. What's this, the calendar? Another week done. Friday afternoons always drag on. Fair enough. Okay. Are we good here? We got our ID, right? That's good enough for me. Is that a sock? Jeez, dude, clean your room. Goodness gracious, what a reflection you are. Let's see, of manners and tidiness. What else do we need? Is there a bathroom? Do we need to collect the toiletries? No. Let's turn on all the lights. How about that? It's actually very nice. I would actually... No, this isn't bad. Oh, whoa, wait a second. I saw that. Ah! Here we go. Space. Nice. The camcorder is an important mechanic, but you cannot interact with objects while the camera is raised. That sucks. Raised camera, take photo. That makes sense, right? Okay, cool. That's so freaking cool. Oh, that's so cinematic. Okay, very good. I love it. Okay, can we go in here? I'm going to have to take a leak sooner or later, chat. I'm telling you. Oh, no, okay. Oh, wait, no. We got to get our bag. What's the running on this game? Take the bag. What else do you need to collect? An extra pair of drawers in case you soil them? Like, what do you need? Oh, a postcard. What's this? I really should get out and take some more shots soon. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Is it wanting me to take a picture of something? The dredgers. What is this? Okay. Can I open this? I can't open that, right? No, I can't open that. Where am I going here? Can I close you up? Wait, hold on. Take your boots. Can I crouch? I can't crouch. Son of a nutcracker. Wait. I can't open that. Nope. Trash? I'm gonna feel like trash soon. Wait. Nope. What am I missing? Am I over here maybe? Am I missing more stuff? Okay. Wait, whoa, hold on. Is that a code? 001427? Bidders. I feel like this is important. I feel like I should write stuff down like a responsible adult. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna do that, chat. We're gonna do that. I'm feeling inspired right now. Let's see. 001427. Frickin' A. Let's go. I'm loving life right now. Here we go. Okay, let's go. Okay. So, what else do we need, though? Okay. Watch it be so simple. Could we take the ball? No. Take the backpack, please. What do you need to collect in your room? There's only so much here. You are a poor college student. All your debt is in loans. What more do you need? There's nothing here. A book? An encyclopedia? A dishwasher? Like, what do you... Can I open anything? Oh, wait a... Haha. Oh, is that a cross? Batteries. Yes, that makes sense. Let's take the Outlast approach in this game. I'm already sensing a direction. Very good. And Madison, for sure. All set. I should grab my bag and head out. Let's turn off the lights. I mean, he probably doesn't care because he's not paying for it. Who knows? Are we on a college campus? All right, well, perhaps it's good that we keep the lights on. Maybe we have a phobia. Who knows? Here we go, chat. Let's get out of here. Let's make stuff happen, chat, in the Shire. Here we go. We're ready to have some fun, chat? Here we go. You'll let out the door. Leave your room and head out to the Gretlow House. That's an achievement? All right. The achievements these days. Single file traffic. I don't know about that. Oh, we can sprint now. Let's do it. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa! Bro, I got the tingles and the sweats from a train. I'm pathetic. That was my warm-up round. Here we go. This game looks amazing. It looks really good, chat. Shift to run. I'm way ahead of you. I've got experience. I'm made for this. I can sprint backwards. Keep in mind, chat, my goal for this gameplay is to make it as cinematic as possible. Obviously pushing my own, little, JC-isms, if you want to call it, little stuff, little tweaks and twicks. But my goal is to be focused on the gameplay as well. Not just be a wandering, clueless life. Oh! I wonder where we actually... I don't know where that's coming from. We're gonna move on, though. Oh, heck nah. I thought I was going to get, kidnapped or something, chat. I thought they were going to throw me in the back. I got nervous. Oh. Oh. Ah! Bro. Yo. Did I just get jump scared by freaking Bambi? You guys ever see The Sandlot? The Great Bambino. You mean Bambi? The wimpy deer? He's bald, chat. He's on a mission. Here we go. Bro, what the heck? Just keep going forward. That looks like... Guys! Look, hold on. Look at really closely. What does that look like to you? It looks like Groot from the Avengers. Doesn't it look like Groot a little bit? I don't know. I have a wild imagination, man. Can I get in here? Shoot, it's locked. Go figure. I don't want to be caught by that guy. Where do we go? Oh, that was the house back there. I should turn her. Oh, wait. So this was the house. Okay, yeah. Ooh. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, mate. It should be able to climb up. Okay. If I can find something to stand on. Okay, well, let's get something then. Yo, what's going on, Tony? Thank you for tuning in, mate. It's good. It's going good so far. I gotta find an object to stand on. There's no flashlight. It's kind of pathetic. Let's see. Look, I see something. A box? Get it. Yes. We got it, chat. Let's go. Here we go. Don't look back. Don't look back. Just place it where you need it. Thank you. Yep. Good. We got it, chat. We're in. We're freaking in, baby. Okay. Wow. Totally harmless looking, right, chat? Let's see here. Nothing, okay. Interesting. Is there a dog inside the house? Oh, what's this? I'll need a ladder to climb up here. Okay. I love how it's like so like... the cues are helpful. We'll put it that way. Not going to overcomplicate it. I need a ladder. Oh! Oh! Things are moving. Chat, too bad I couldn't Sam Fisher that. Just climb up the pipe. Be adventurous. It's not happening. Oh, ladder. Run. Now. Please. This game is promoting such, like, just great morale. Like, you know, breaking into, like, you know, property and kind of just getting in. It's great. It's great. We're just so determined. All right. Wow. Is that guy out there? I don't see anybody. I want it. That guy has to be relevant to the game, right, chat? Has to be. Okay. We're good so far. I love the involuntary movement mechanics. They're pretty spot on. They're very smooth. I haven't encountered one stutter in this game. Well, that's a lie. Once, when the car was passing me. But it's okay. Boy, oh boy. Okay. I have a feeling I go over here. Jeez. Oh, wow. Wow, I didn't expect it to let me do that. Okay. I'm literally getting jump scared by nothing, chat. Let's go say hi. I see something. Can you leave me alone? There's a key in here? Oh, it's right there. Take it, yeah. Dude, I got the chills and my bladder just got instantly full. Excellent. And I just used the can. Okay. It's hooting at me. Oh, look, it's a tape. Missing tape found. Oh, you could get collectibles? That's pretty nifty. So, can I climb this? No? It's not relevant, I guess. Okay, so... wait, we have a key. Hold on. Yeah, we have a key. So, hold on. Can we get, like, more resources? Or let's go over here. Watch any horror movies yet this spooky season? I'm watching a movie, called Woman in the Yard. I haven't finished it yet. It's okay. I mean, it's, you know, it's an interesting concept. It's a little weird. Alright, we have a key, chat. We just gotta utilize it for something here. Oh! Dude, I thought that thing was gonna open up on me, or like someone was gonna bash open. I scare myself, man. It's disgusting. Can we open this up? Yes, we can. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Are we good? Are we good to go? So what's the objective here? Like, let me just see something here. Yeah, no, we can't go in there. Yeah, no, that's exactly, actually, I think that's a direct line from the movie itself, too. Okay, we can't do that. Okay. This has to be a multi-purpose key, because, like, why else would you, like, you know... What's this? I'm gonna run into that gentleman, man. Oh, shoot. Shoot! We're good. Can I shut the door behind me? Thank you. Let's read, chat. What is this? I don't suppose anyone will read this, but I need to set it down, if only to make sense of it myself. Been tending to those grounds going on 12 years now. When they turned the old place into lodging for the factory, lads, I stayed on. They mostly wanted the lawns kept short and the weeds from crawling up the brickwork. Still, I come out most mornings just after dawn before the shift changes start. It's quiet then. Peaceful mostly. Chat, if I butchered the way that was read, I am very sorry. Is there more to this? Next. Ah, okay, cool. But lately I've felt watched. No kidding, I could relate. It's like a prickle just under the skin, like someone standing just behind you, too close. I've turned around more than once expecting to see one of the boys mucking about. But there's never anyone there. And the gate. The gate. I fasten it shut every night. And every morning it's open. Not ajar, wide open, just straight up open. Nobody else goes that way. The path's half overgrown and it doesn't lead anywhere but the back. But the back? But the back? Is that a typo? I don't know. Let's see here. Yo, what's up, Parker? Hold on, I'm so sorry. What's up, Parker Curry? What's going on? Welcome to JC Prevails TV. How we doing? Howdy. Let's see. Are we good? I know this place has history, and old houses do, but there's something that doesn't sit right. If you find this and I'm not around, well, I probably took a few days off to clear my head. But just in case, mind yourself around here, and don't go poking about the place after dark. Well, we've already failed that warning, right, chat? We're kind of just going about our business, doing what we feel is necessary. All right, because, you know, we photographers, you know, we tend to be stupid like that. So we're going to continue on here. Ah! I swear, if this game makes me wake up my son, I'm not just going to be in trouble with the game. There's a wife next door. Picked up jack handle. Okay. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Okay. Jack handle. Here we go. Do you like Mr. X? I feel he's my favorite Resident Evil villain, if I'm being honest with you. Great question. It's stuck. Great. So what do I do? Someone obviously is blocking me in here, right, chat? Obviously. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Inventory. Right? Jack can. No? Oh, we can't do that? No, we can't. Wow, okay. No. Ah. There we go. Oh, we found a way out, chat. Let's see. Imagine you stop reading it and first. Hey, Tony. Here we go, chat. Bro, I hated every second of that. Absolutely. Was that someone there? Was someone just walking? Do you like Nemesis? I like him, but I feel that Mr. X is just more intimidating in a sense. All right, so where do we go now, Chad? Goodness gracious, that was creepy. So creepy. Okay, so... Okay. All right. I guess we just continue wandering about here. Oh, look, chat. Was that like this before? I'm being watched, chat. It's real. It's a real thing. How didn't I see this before? Looks like a decent way in. Let's not do it. Oh, we're gonna do it because we're stupid. Oh. Thank you guys so much for hitting those like buttons in advance. I appreciate you guys, and God bless you all in advance. Here we go, guys. We're going in. Do I like Jack Baker? He's creepy. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. He's, in my opinion, I think Margaret Baker is the creepiest boss I've ever faced. Like, kind of like gross and grotesque looking, if that makes any sense. Here we go, chat. Goodness gracious. Dude, we've got cojones for doing exactly what we're about to do, man. That's all I gotta say. Here we go, part 3. Trespass, find a way into the... Yeah, see, we just broke the law. Dude, just... Ooh, chat. Ho, 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 ho. The atmosphere is real in this one. The force is strong on this one, chat. Can we open up the lights? Thank you. I feel somewhat safe. Yeah. Debatable. It's gonna change real fast. Oh my gosh, man. Okay. Can we read stuff? It's locked. Go figure. Son of a gun. Okay. Alright. Oh! That's our only source of light? Dude, you insult me. Let's see. There we go. It's locked. Why did I even bother with that shit? Let's be real. Is there anything I could open, chat? Anything we could open at all here? Whoever just tuned in, welcome. It almost feels like it's watching me. Oh. Okay. That's always a reassuring thing to see. Oh! I'm so screwed. Oh, okay. You guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. Just suck it up and do it, man. Turn on the lights. I'm so grateful for lights. Okay, can we open this door here? No. What's in here? Yes, I do like Margaret Baker. Indeed, I am watching you. Tony, don't be weird. Let's see here. No. Excuse me. Stop it. I'm trying to focus here, okay? That's enough. Okay. Clearly, we can't do anything here. So, doors open by themselves, chat. It's a real thing here. We figured that out, right? Oof. Okay. That door's sealed off. Someone clearly had a party. It went really south from the looks of it. Ooh, chat, I don't know about this hallway, man. Ah! What the freak was that? Oh. Hello? I'm sensing some potential poltergeist action, some phasmophobia crap. I don't know. We'll see. What is this? Ooh, mysterious disappearances of Agnes Morley. Dude, no, her name's Agnes. Oh, no. Oh, she sounds terrifying. All right. Okay, who's making noise, man? Come on. I'm one man. Relax. Oh, shoot, there's a whole nother section? Great. We having fun, chat? Are we having, can I get some hype up in the chat, everybody? Get some hype up in the chat. Do you like Lady Demetrius? Yeah, she's cool, I guess. She's freakishly tall. Oh, crap. Son of a nutcracker and spice, man. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, we have a light. Get it. Hold on. I must take caution, chat. There's a door. There's an opening right there. Hold on. Wait a second, chat. I'm curious. No? Nothing? Okay. Oof. Dude, that's disturbing. What the heck? Wait, hold on. So you take pictures and doors open to you. Great. Oh! Dude, the floorboards just farted. Okay. 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 Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Ah! Is there light? Oh gosh. Okay. Praise the King of Kings. We have light, chat. Oh, that's cute. No. Shut up. Shut up. No, I didn't mean to do that. Shush. You're gonna wake her up. Ah! Someone's coughing. Can I go? Thank you. I have feet, chat. I can take it seriously. Bro, listen. We need to have a talk. I know I'm trespassing, but come on. Give me a break. Oh. Guys, okay. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's getting visage vibes. Dude, my hands are sweating. I'm sweaty. I'm leaking from my pores. That's crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Go. Freaking go, man. Yes, take it. Because we're so brave. Oh, great. She's there, isn't she? She's in the house with us, isn't she, chat? Is she in here? Hide? No, I'm not going to hide. I'm going to handle this like a grown man. I committed breaking and entering. I have to face my problems. I must face my consequences. I need to... Wait. Okay. I can't collect this? Okay. Shut up. Goodness gracious. Wait. Didn't we go through this door? Wait a second. Yeah. This was the entrance, chat. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, so there's an indication She's in here. I feel safe, chat. This is great. Turn on the light. Wait. Okay, it still doesn't have eyes. They're crossed out. Oh my gosh. Chad, this game is wild, man. My butt's clenched right now. It's crazy. It's like a deep tissue massage. Let's see. Oh. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Okay. All right. Oh, we get to read, chat. Let's do it. Much of the below is based on second-hand reports and fragmentary evidence. Primary documents from the Blackwood era are scarce. What remains has been pieced together from estate sale catalogs, newspaper archives, and occasional rumors passed down at local pubs. Is there more to this? There is. Heck yes. 1920s Ashworth bankruptcy. In 1924, guys, I have a feeling this is going to be very plot focused, so let's really try to relish this experience for ourselves and not just get cheapened by jump scares, if that's the case in this game. Not bashing on the game, I just want to make sure that we don't get sucked into this and not pay attention to the narrative. Within 2 years, they declared bankruptcy. There were reports of parts of the manor being impossible to refurbish. Paint peeled, floorboards rotted, and plaster cracked within weeks of being replaced. Mr. Ashworth's personal diary, later discovered behind a loose brick in the study, contains lines about persistent weeping. Ooh, okay. Beneath the floorboards and a pale figure drifting past the window. Dude, this is not getting reassuring at all, man. Let's see. What do we got for comments? This game is good. No, it is. This is a very good game. I agree with that. I agree with that analysis. Let's see. 1940s, the World War requisition. During the early 1940s, the War Office used the manor as officers' quarters. A handful of service records mention requests for transfer on medical grounds. Anecdotal letters from home references, poltergeist-style disturbances, footsteps with no source, and doors slamming in the middle of the night. Yeah, none of that's reassuring, and she's in here with me. It's very obvious. It's so obvious. Bro! What the freaking clappity clip? Dude, what the heck did she just do? Excuse me? That wasn't reassuring. Goodness gracious, she's in here with me, chat. Is she in here? Oh my gosh. Hello? Oh. What was that noise? Was it up top? No? Okay. Where was that, chat? Probably upstairs, right? Oh my gosh, there's an upstairs. Let's turn the light on. Hold on, I want to see something. Okay, we're good here. I guess we're going to go upstairs and check it out, chat. We can't go in there, right? I think so. Good here. Here we go. Oh, no. Don't go. Yeah, man. Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, well, yeah. Let's keep the lights up. There's an attic. Oh, no. Of course, it's locked. Guys, hold on 1 second. I have to use the restroom. I'm very sorry. These jump scares are getting me. This game's really good. Guys, drop in comments if you think this is a W game. You like this game? Let me know. I'll be right back. How we doing, everybody? All right, guys. I'm telling you, caffeine makes me do that. Actually, let me get some more coffee. All right. I know it's late. Back off, okay? Drinks, snacks, cuddle your significant other. Don't get too handsy, okay? Sorry. Just having fun here, okay? I'll be right back. All right, here we go, guys. Let's have some. We did have some fun in the chat. Here we go. I'm back. I'm freaking back. I'm in one piece too. It's great. It's a great feeling. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Clearly something. She's standing on the other side of the door, chat. Look, she's standing at the other side of the door. That's her. I'm telling you right now, that's her. We're just going to face our fears and hope for the best. Dude, that's her. That's her. That is a silhouette of a woman. The curves and everything. Okay. We're just going to face it, chat. Let's go. She's there. She's there. It's locked. You know what? Good. She could stay there. Someone's behind me. Oh, goodness. Oh, son of a nutcrackers and spice cabinets. It's a bathroom. You guys know how I feel about bathrooms. Oh, you could see a reflection. Wait. Yeah, that's right, guys. Look at that. I'm on TV. Well, not really, but you get the idea. That's so consistent. You know what? I got to give props to this game, man. They did a really good job. What is this, a key? You got a key, chat. Nice. Hope you're good, chat. Because I'm not. She's going to assault me and get way too personal. I have a wife, you know. I haven't been this scared by one of your horror games, Fee. Okay. Oh my good gosh and gravy. Brother. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious and holy belligerent succotash. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, guys. I have to say this. I've gained a resistance. I can't believe I'm still playing this. I have come such a long way, and this isn't me trying to be braggadocious by any means. I am being so serious right now. If you knew how I was in like horror games in the past, I would have been like straight up gone right now. Uninstall. Oh, that's sick. Don't do that to me. That's sick. Hey, listen, Agnes. Agnes, we have a problem here. You're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be here. You're dead. We have a problem. Oh gosh. She doesn't care. Will you stop it? She doesn't know what boundaries are. Okay. We have a key, right? What's the key go to? Is it over here? Tony, that's just cruel. That's mad cruel, right? Oh my gosh, you better leave me alone, Agnes. Goodness gracious. Okay. No, the atmosphere is actually terrific in this game. It really is. I can't. It's really good in this game. It's freaking phenomenal, actually. See what's over here, if anything. Nothing. See what's over here. Oh, I hear a TV, chat. Oh. What? Wait. What is this? Oh. Wait, mysterious disappearance of Agnes. Okay, yeah, we already know. We're aware of this. This isn't a secret anymore. Remember when you used to swear? Yeah, I do. I'm not proud of it. Having a son definitely changes that, and just getting more based in general, especially in my, belief in, especially just getting more Christ-centered. So, yeah, I sounded extremely uneducated. Okay, chat. Yeah. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. We have a key, right? We got a key, correct? We have a key. Yes, we have a key. You've grown a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm humbled by your compliment. Thank you, Tony. Let's see what's over here, Chad. There's got to be something we could do here. Okay. I have a feeling that it's upstairs somewhere. It's to one of those rooms. It has to be, chat, right? Wait. She shut the light off. Haha, we turned it back on, sucker. Here we go. It's been past 3 minutes, Tony. Here we go. Come on. Son of a guns. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on. Wait. Do I go up here? Bro, no way. Wait. Oh, wait. Do I take a picture of this? Wait, hold on a second. How much you want to bet? No? Do I take a picture of something in here? Oh. No? Okay. Okay. There's got to be something I take a picture of, right, chat? Oh, Tony, I really wasn't. I was just going along with the... You could do whatever you want, Tony. You're not entitled to do anything. Or you're not obligated. Better word for it. Let's see here. This is a very good game so far, though. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a long time since I felt like this sense of, like, unease, like dread. Let's see here. We need something, though. Can I? No, I can't do anything here. That's... All right, hold on. I'm going to take a spin around. Hold on a second here. Let's see. We can't do that. We can't. Okay, so we can't open anything up there, right, chat? What if it's a drawer, chat? Ah, ha, ha. Look at that. Look at... The handle's missing. Son of a nutcracker. Oh, can you stop it? You floorboard cretin? Wait, what the heck? She's moving everything, dude. She's got issues. Oh, goodness. Dude, we already read this, right? Yeah. For sure. Okay, is she in here? No? We have a key. Where do we put it, though? That's the question, chat. I hear something. Is that the... That's the fridge, right? It has to be. Hold on. Aha! There we go. Look, I could actually see stuff. Can we unplug this? Is that safe? Probably not. Okay. Wait, hold on. I have an idea. No? Oh, man. You guys ever see the movie Paranormal Activity? Where everything kind of just, like, shoots out of the doors? What if we take a picture of this? Curious. Super curious. Ah, whatever's behind that door, someone thought it needed a ceiling off. Yep. Cool. Okay. What now? Can I open it? No? Okay. That was useless. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. What do we have in our inventory, chat? A cabinet. Oh, it is a cabinet key. Okay. Thank you for the specifics. I didn't catch that. I'm going to be honest. It's got to be in the hallway somewhere, right, chat? Has to be. Let's see. Ah, look. Hold on. Is this it? Oh, look at that. Started the refurbishments this week. Finally, the old wallpaper in the hallway is coming down tomorrow, and the contractor said they'll start on the upstairs bathroom by Friday. The floorboards in the guest room might need replacing. There's a bit more damage than we thought. I'll check the attic again to see if there are any extra tiles left over from the last time we did work. All right, guys, so it's very clear. We're going in the attic. Yo, what's going on, dinosaurs? Aye. What's up, buddy? Welcome to JC Prevails TV this evening. Okay, we're good there. Excuse me. It's like she's trying to... It's like she's... What if she's trying to actually help me? What if this whole thing is like a plot twist? Playing some Resident Evil. Nice. Actually, this isn't Resident Evil. I did Resident Evil Gaming News, but this is a new indie horror game by the name of Gretlow Tapes. At your service. Let's go over here. Maybe it's over here. No? Nothing? Really? Okay. We have to find the cabinet, chat. It's a must. Let's see. Over here, maybe? Handle's missing. Okay. That doesn't help me at all. So we have to find the hand. Maybe that is the cabinet, but we have to find the handle. Right? Maybe? Okay. All right. Nothing there, chat. Nothing there. Okay. Okay. Anything here? Anything here? We gotta look, chat. If you find a handle, let me know. Okay, nothing there. Whoa. Okay. Anything here? No? Nothing, huh? It's a good thing she can't pick up a fork and stab me to death. Okay. Nothing here, nothing. I'm surprised they can't actually keep that. It looks significant. I just don't know for what, though. Is this a demo? No, it's the actual game, brother. I don't know how long it is, though. I can't guarantee we're going to be able to finish it tonight, but we're just trying to get through as much as possible. I might just have this a two-part series. Okay, so we checked there. Let's check back in here. I have a feeling that... Is it in here? Oh, that's right, chat. Remember we couldn't get in here? Yep, there we go. 1960s, Cartwright disappearance. The Cartwright family briefly rented rooms when their manor served as a makeshift boarding house. Their young son, David, vanished overnight in 1963. Oh, cool. His bedroom window remained locked from the inside. Local papers noted only a cryptic line. No leads in child's disappearance. Excellent. Very good. Okay. More to read. Late 20th century, urban explorers reports throughout the 1980s and 1990s, several parties of thrill-seeking teenagers and amateur ghost hunters broke into the estate. Over the years, 2 of those groups vanished without a trace. The only evidence that left behind were their abandoned camcorders, all missing their tapes. Yeah, they didn't want the evidence out, huh? That's fair. Okay. What now? Okay. Boy. Boy, oh boy. Alright. Guess we're just gonna continue on, chat. I wish I could hype this video. Oh, I appreciate that, Tony. Well, you can in the future when I... Oh, it's flickering. We're supposed to be in there, chat. You can when I make this an actual installment, Tony. Ooh, chat, look. She's in here. Chat, she's in here. She's totally in here, chat. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, really? What's she doing? What's she doing, chat? She's in here with me. She's so in here with me. Oh, she wants me, dude. What the heck is she doing? Gagging? Bro. What is that sound? Bro. What is that sound? Did she just give me a key? Oh, thank you. I've never met such a helpful ghost. This is amazing. Ooh, first floor corridor key. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna make our way over carefully, cautiously. Okay. We're okay, chat. We've got this. She's gonna be right here, watch. Watch, she's gonna get me. Okay. Let's go. First floor corridor key. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh, I hate the flickering lights, man. They creep me out. Wait, what the? Oh, man. Here we go. We need more games. Yeah, I agree. This game's not bad at all. I like it a lot. It's a very good game. I'm really curious what the story is, though. I want to know who this person is. There's more to it. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's not cool. That's not reassuring at all. Let's be, not pansies. Okay. Pansies over. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that's messed. Come on. No. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. Okay. Okay. Oh. Jeez. Come on. Why'd you do that to me? Where's the lights? Oh, she shut them off. Oh, Agnes. Agnes? Oh. Let's go say hi to Agnes. Let's go say hi. What's the worst thing that could happen? She's playing the piano, chat. Let's go take a picture of her. Who dares me to? Agnes? I don't think she liked that, chat. I don't think she liked... Oh, we found the cabinet, the drawer handle that we were missing downstairs. She's not going to let me get there easily. I'm telling you, I know how this works. Oh, she's behind me. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're good. Oh! That picture's slanted. Okay. Bro, I'm so nervous right now. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. Can we come in? Oh. Oh. That's sad. Is that what happened to her? Probably. Oh. 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 That's sad. That's really unfortunate. Oh. I really am curious what her story is. I really am. All right, guys, here we go. I'm just going to sprint, man. Get it over with right now. Oh, just go. Just go. Wow. Nothing happened. That's incredible. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Nope. Wrong. Wait. Is this... Is this... No. Where is it? Over here. Over here. I found it. I found you. Yeah. Ha-ha. A key, chat. We got another key. There we go. Picked up nursery key. That's got to be the first door to the left, chat. It has to be. It has to be. Oh! I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh! What the heck was that? Let's be real. If she really wanted to hurt me, she would have done it by now. Get it, please. Unlock it. Okay. Dorothy! It's Dorothy! I haven't seen Dorothy in ages. How you doing, gorgeous? Guys, let's give it up for some Dorothy up in the chat. Dorothy has a... Okay. She is real... Okay, listen. Listen. You are grinding my gears with that whining. Okay? Stop complaining. It's not biblical. Come here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I think we just got some lore chat. What the heck is this? Oh, yeah, no. This is good chat. Get all the lights on. Get all the lights on. Dude, what? Oh. When I get nervous, I burp. I'm sorry. What is this? Dude, no. No. Oh, that door's open now, bro. I just hissed at nothing. Let's see. You guys enjoying the content this evening, chat? I'm doing great, Dorothy. How are you, girl? How are you? I'm doing good. Oh man, ooh, oh man, oh boy, good. I'm doing good, Dorothy. I'm doing a lot better, actually. I'm doing a lot better from where I was about a month ago. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, guys. I guess we're gonna go through here. Do you guys dare me to, or what? Okay, I'm gonna really pull my leg for saying this, but I feel like they could be doing more with the camera in terms of like snapshots. I feel like they could be adding more to it. Does that make sense? There's so much more potential with this game, I feel like. We're gonna go. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go, chat? Tell me to go. Tell me to do it, please. Tell me to pull up my underpants to my belly button, and then we'll go. That was so weird. I'm never saying that ever again. That sounded okay up here, but outward out of the mouth, that was just garbage. Is this new game? Yes. All right, I'm going for it, chat. Goodness, why am I sprinting like an idiot? Go. Yeah, it's over here. It's over here. Oh my gosh, man. I hate this game. I hate it. Can you... Come on. Okay, good. It's the one door I can't shut. She's in there. Probably. Probably, maybe. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Watch. I'll probably take a picture of that. She'll come right out, too. Oh, what's this? Goodness gracious. It's a key. Oh, it's about to go down, chat. Watch. It's about to go down. Thank you guys so much for the likes in advance. I appreciate it. I see you guys being really, really active on that. It's so much appreciated from you guys. Thank you. Let's see here. Son of a nutcrackers and spice cabinets. Huh. Oh, it's a safe. Some keys are missing. What's 2, 6, and 7? Okay. Interesting. Wasn't too bad, right? Wait, can I open any of these? Okay. Seriously, get a hobby. The floor creaking's not working for me. Like, stop. So, what did I just get, chat? I'm so sorry. Okay, we have to find the missing... Okay. Got it. There's nothing in here at all. At all. It's, the Gretlow Tapes. I don't know how long this game is. I have no idea. We may have to do this in a 2-part series, chat. Just an FYI. I hope you're okay with that, because it is getting late, and I have things to do tomorrow. But we've gotten, guys. Isn't this a great game? It's a great game so far. I love this game so far. It's phenomenal. Can I get in here? Oh shoot! I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, we're in her bedroom. Oh, this is a no-go. This is such a no-go. You never go. No. Nah, don't do this. You're gonna do it. Oh my gosh, the mirror. Oh, Bloody Mary. Okay. Goodness gracious, what are we doing, chat? What are we doing? Here we go. It is for my own sanity that I must see these words, set these words to paper. On the morning of 12th January, the 12th of January in 1877, the very day Miss Morley vanished, the beck behind the west lawn. So beck has to be an actual word. I've never heard that before. What does that mean, chat? The beck? The beck behind the west lawn ran pitch black, as though the earth itself bled into its banks. I knelt at the water's edge to fetch a jug for the nursery and recoiled at its stench. Not water, but oil and something fouler, a coppery tang that clung to my throat. Okay. That's insane. I saw footprints in the mud, small, Miss Morley's perhaps, but they led to the old pheasant copse, and then abruptly stopped. No path onward, no sign of struggle, save for the ragged cuff of her sleeve snagged on a rib. I feel like I'm reading a poem. The master's valet, George, scoffed when I told him, but I noticed him slip the telltale scrap into his pocket with trembling fingers. I've heard the hush among the upper servants that some within this household believed Miss Morley to be responsible for the fire. Oh, okay. The blaze that claimed the life of the master's youngest daughter. They say that suspicion has boiled over, perhaps into something far more sinister. Martha Reed, under housekeeper, Ravenscroft Manor. Interesting. So there's a house fire. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because people are going missing, so obviously we're trying to figure out what happened, right, chat? Let's see. You mean today it's already yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you. Let's say hi. Let's have, okay. Nothing's behind me? That's at first. Okay. Let's see here. Anything? Anything at all? All right. I really feel like I'm in a bad... This is all bad right now. Such red flags being in her bedroom right now, man. This is terrible. This is awful of me to do. Goodness. Oh, my gosh. I knew it. I knew it. Here we go. Here we go, chat. It's going to happen. We're going to follow her. Dude. Bro. I feel like we're about to enter a climax in this game, chat. Here we go. It's about to get nasty. Oh, man. Dude. Here we go. You guys ready for this? She's in the bathroom. Dude. She's in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom. Here we go. Whoever just tuned in, welcome. Let's see. All right, guys, here we go. I'm not looking forward to this. It's okay, though. Get over it, right? Get over it. It's just a game. She's in the bathtub. Oh, 100%. That's how it all happens. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, you don't just leave me hanging like that. What? Oh, it was that simple? Dude, that's crazy. Eyes are closed. Yo, the chat's going off right now. Did anyone, yeah, no, whose eyes were shut in that? Whose eyes were shut? Who was covering their face? Don't lie to me. Like, she's about to open the door. She's behind me, chat. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ba-boonga. Really? Are you serious right now? Dude. Potential. Potential. Open. Oh, the lights don't work. The lights don't work. Goodness gracious. Okay. You like forget where to go. Where do I go? Where am I going again? Shoot. Oh no, where am I going again, chat? Upstairs, right? I am upstairs. It's like one giant maze. I don't even know what I'm doing. Am I going in here? Nope, that's the crib. That's the evil crib. We're not going to the crib. Okay, we're going up here. Okay. Oh! Okay. Jeez. Turn on the lights. Gotta get some breathing air in here. Yeah, it's in here, I think. Yep, it's definitely in here. It's so in. Yep. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Man, wow. Holy crap, chat. Oh, man. The game is suspense, but missing. It is. You're absolutely right, Tony. I feel it's missing a lot. It has potential, but I feel it's missing a lot of, like... Hold on. So now... Wait a second. Okay. Okay, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We gotta take a photo of this, chat. Watch. I feel smart, chat. That's rare. Trying to get a freaking pencil out here, man. Here we go, chat. Let's see. We have what? 1? No, 4. I'm sorry. So red is 4. Okay. Okay. So it's not gonna be this easy all the time. Here we go, chat. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Oh. Oof. Oh, look, chat. Something's flickering. Here we go. Tony, that's not gonna work. We just established the fact that 4 is red. Come on, man. Ah. Oh, she's gonna be right there. Watch. Watch. I'm telling you right now, chat. It's gonna happen. What the? 8. She's gonna be behind me. Hello? 4. 8. So... Pink is 8. Pink. 8. There we go. Cool. All right. It's over here. 1. Green is 1. Pink 8. Green. Is it a 7 or a 1? That's definitely a 1. Okay. 1. Very good. Tony, now you're just trolling. So that's what we have 3 already? Okay. Dude, yeah. It's like, nuts. Goodness. So, like, insane. Okay. Shut up. Which way am I going now? Which way is it? Oh, goodness. Okay. We're not going in here. Oh. Here we go. Let's go in here, maybe? Nope. No, we already have that. Oh, the last one, chat, right there, I think, right? It's got to be last one. Fix my mic a little bit. Here we go. 2. So purple 2. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. This is bad. This is bad. This is really bad, chat. She's not gonna let me go in there, chat. You know this. You know this. Oh! Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, come on. All right, what do we got here? So, wait, did we get, we did get orange. So hold on. Red is, no. Wait, did we? Purple, red, pink. What? Wait a sec. Huh? What? 8? Wait a sec. Whoa, hold on a second. How is that? We didn't get any of those colors, did we? We didn't get any of that, chat. No, yeah, there's no orange. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? There's no orange. I have a feeling we're not supposed to even leave this sec. Oh. Hello. Hi. Yup. Okay. So we got blue. Okay. So blue was, wait. Jeez. I love how I get it, but don't write it down. What was 3? Wait, was that purple or blue? Is that blue? That's blue. Okay, so blue is 3, right? Blue. 3. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Very good. Okay. So it's definitely within this proximity. We have to just be very vigilant, I guess. Is there anything on the ceiling? No? Really? Interesting. Okay, let's go over here. Oh. Okay. I don't think I could open up this door, chat. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, maybe. I don't. Yeah, no, I'm locked in. Yeah, so it's all here. It's all here. It's established. Hold on. We figured this out. So let me go over here and see if... Why do I have a feeling that there's more to this room than meets the eye? No? Okay. Okay. Is it in a drawer, maybe? It's gonna pull some kind of mortuary assistant crap on me? Nothing's in... Ah! Nothing's in here. Wow, my butt cheeks officially got clenched right there. I have a feeling something is definitely in here. It has to be. Yep, there it is. There it is. We got it. 5. So orange is 5. Orange, 5. Okay. All right, now for the hard part. We face our fears. And run. We freaking run. Just go. Good. Good boy. Here we go. So orange is 5. So 5. Blue is 3. Very good. Red is, what's red? 4. And last is green. Green is 1. Heck yeah, baby. Let's go. What is it? A piece of parchment. This better be worth it. I've worked here going on 3 years. They call it Gretlow House. Converted to lodgings for the mill hands up the road. But from what I've heard, these stones remember darker days. There's something odd about the cellar. Door under the stairs. You can feel a pressure every time you walk past. I've touched that latch only twice. The first time I had heard someone breathing down in the dark. I told whoever was down there I'd fetch a lamp, but by the time I got back there, was nobody in sight. But I could swear somebody was down there watching me. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. With the second time, I thought I had a child. I heard a child crying, soft and ragged, when I peered in. All I saw were wet footprints on the flagstones, leading deeper into the blackness. I never touched that latch anymore. E. Clark, Night Porter, Gretlow House, July 1964. Okay. All right, chat, here we go. You think she's going to be behind me? How many of you think she's going to be behind me, chat? Any takers, chat? Any takers? Going once, going twice. Anybody? Goodness. So we're going up to the attic now? Goodness. Okay. All right. So, guys, oh, geez. For some reason, I thought that door just opened. I freaking creeped myself out. Hold on. Oh, my God. Oh, gosh. I hate my life. Dude, that was not cool. That was offensive. All right, Agnes. Oh, gosh, man, come on. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Oh, you're so brave and stupid at the same time. Oh, you're so brave and oh. Okay. This actually doesn't look that bad. Okay. 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 Hold on. Let me see what this in... The heck, dude. Wow, this is a huge attic. Okay, guys. Yeah, no, it's like 2:10 in the morning. I need to end this because I need to get to bed. I need to do some stuff real quick and then I gotta get to bed. Guys, I think we've accomplished so much. How do you guys like the game so far? What do you guys think? I think this game is phenomenal. It's definitely a win for me, at least. But I do feel that it has so much more potential. I feel that the game has missed a lot of opportunities to kind of just jump scare you where it could be earned for sure. Not like the cheap stuff, but like, you know, like taking a picture of like the mirror, for instance, and her coming at you. Like, I feel like there's some stuff that they could definitely have done more of. Does that make sense? Yeah, no, for sure. No. It definitely is. But I definitely, you know, we've been going at this like we're at a very good part of the game. We're the majority of the game for sure. We will be finishing. I will be doing this game in two parts. Okay, that's just the way it has to be. But guys, don't forget to hit those like buttons. Helps me out tremendously. Okay. And do you guys we're going to finish off the night in a word of prayer. Does anyone have prayer requests that they'd like to bring to my attention right now? Does anyone have prayer requests? On this channel, we like to keep God first. That's exactly how I like to end it too. Anything at all, guys. Anything at all. Let me know. Dorothy, you got any prayer requests? Anything that you want me to keep you in mind for? You guys don't have to be specific. You could be as vague as you want. Let's see here. Very good. Just writing stuff down while you guys figure it out. I'll give you guys about 20 more seconds, and then I'll start praying for the chat here, and we'll close it off. Okay, guys? You guys have been great. %. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy, Mom's Health. Got it. Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I respect your vulnerability, Dorothy. Thank you. I am honored by that. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm like not even paused. Anything could like come out and attack me right now. I know this. Dorothy's sick. Yeah, I know exactly what you heard. All right, guys. I'm going to close it up by saying this. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, okay? Feel free to drop comments, drop likes, helps out the algorithm, helps me out, and it's much appreciated in advance. Get involved, okay? And remember, links are below in the description if you want to get involved in the partnerships that I have to offer you in terms of Blackout Coffee and merchandise and other products, okay? Yeah, as always, I'm JC. Stay tuned until next time. Okay, guys, let's pray. Father God, I want to thank you so much for tonight. Tonight was a blast. We had so much fun. And I pray, Lord Jesus, that you would bless everyone in the chat, that everyone that came into the chat, Lord. And I want to pray for Dorothy that you would allow your Holy Spirit to utilize health and restoration, that it may belong to her mom. I pray for everyone in the chat that they would come to know you as Jesus and as their Lord and Savior, because you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And without you, there is no salvation but through you. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. You guys have a great night. I love you all so much, okay? Yeah, yeah. Love you guys so much, okay? And again, it's been an honor to be here with you guys tonight, and I am looking forward to what God has in store for this channel, okay? Yeah, if you guys want to be a part of a channel that's bigger than yourselves, feel free to hop on, get involved, okay, guys? Love you guys so much. I will keep you guys in the loop tomorrow. I have a prayer gathering to get around to for in remembrance of Charlie Kirk. It would have been his birthday tomorrow, but you guys already know that story. So love you guys so much. Take care, everybody. God bless. Thank you all so much. Have a good night, everybody.